down Main, it's a clear night. Screens glowing blue, got the facts in my headlights. Commonwealth tripping, but the truth stay calm. 𝗺cie and 𝗲𝗟𝗃, I'ma read them like Psalms. 𝗃𝗲𝗃 throwing shade from a broke down porch, but the files in my lap like a flame to a torch. I don't raise my voice, I just let the game speak. Steady with the grind while the crooked run weak.
We just riding slow, gliding, paper stacking in the breeze. Turn the system up, let the whole town see. No mask on my face, no fear in my lane. I'ma shine that light on the ones bringing shame. From the courtrooms down to the city blocks, they can't hide from the truth, cause the truth don't stop. We just ride a slow grind.
Midnight oil burning, pen hit the pad slow. Every word cut clean like the rims on the 6-4. From Boston to Brockton, the whispers all hum. Turtle boys riding in the reckoning gon' come. 𝗲𝗟𝗃 in the back room, 𝗺cie on the phone. Trying to twist the narrative, but they can't postpone. I'm just sipping on the facts while the city play pretend. Truth got no curfew, I'ma run it to the end. See, this ain't about fame, this about that long game. You can duck, you can weave, but the truth still call your name.
We just riding slow, gliding, paper stacking in the breeze. Turn the system up, let the whole town see. No mask on my face, no fear in my lane. I'ma shine that light on the ones bringing shame. From the courtrooms down to the city blocks, they can't hide from the truth, cause the truth don't stop. We just riding slow, gliding. We just riding slow, gliding, paper stacking in the breeze. Turn the system up, let the whole town see. No mask on my face, no fear in my lane. I'ma shine that light on the ones bringing shame. From the courtrooms down to the city blocks, they can't hide from the truth, cause the truth don't stop. We just riding slow, guys. We just call roll down to the city blocks. We just riding slow, guys.
My name is Aidan Kearney,
known online as
𝗃𝗏𝗺, and is a senior editor for
TBDailyNews.com.
They call me
𝗃𝗏𝗺𝗺.
This is my preferred pronoun. Daddy.
What's up, Daddy?
Journalism Jesus. 𝗃𝗏𝗃 Kearney.
The one and only 𝗃𝗏𝗺.
𝗃𝗏𝗺.
What's up, Slick?
The doctor is here.
This guy's a bad motherfucker.
That's like the intro.
I've broken a lot of major stories. I've been doing it for about 11 years. I used to be a high school teacher.
𝗃𝗏𝗺 has changed a lot over the years. I was once a blogger, but now I'm much more accurately known as an award-winning journalist, a satirist, and an activist. Boom!
They're screaming your name here.
You're the crowd daddy.
crazy.
People either love me or hate me.
Listen, Turtle, all right?
But either way, they're watching.
Don't make such fun of the criminal justice system.
Stop it. I'm never gonna stop. This fight's just getting started. Now let's get this party started. Yo! What's up, people? How's everyone doing out there tonight? Good? Good? Excellent. Welcome to the live show, ladies and gentlemen. I'm your fearless host. My name's Aidan Kearney. This is my YouTube presentation. You can call me a variety of nicknames if you'd like, up to and including. You can call me 𝗃𝗏𝗃. That's my true crime name. You can call me Journalism Jesus. It's my spiritual name. You can call me 𝗺𝗏𝗺𝗀. It's my chat rat name. You can call me uncleturtleboy. Some people just call me Turtle Boy. A lot of people do actually, or Turts, whatever. You can call me, what else can you call me? Call me Dr. Turtleboy. I actually prefer that. It's my preferred pronoun because if Judd Welch is a doctor, then so am I. You call me Daddy if you'd like. Some people might find that weird. Others might find it fun, flirtatious, sexy, and those are my kind of people. You're not obligated to. You can call me different kind of daddies if you like. You can call me, let's see, Crowd Daddy, Brow Daddy, Daytime Daddy, Drama Daddy, formerly Drama Free Daddy, Saint Daddy, Media Daddy, and of course, Fridge Daddy. All right. Because I will fix your fridge or any appliance if you'd like. Just shake it good and hard, whatever. So, as you can see, I'm transitioning here. I'm trying to go for, I'm getting rid of the green screen. I don't want to do the green screen anymore, but I just need a background. So somebody sent me these really weird pictures, as part of my Amazon wish list. Like, I guess you can just, when you do like a wish list, you can, you just add your own stuff to it if you want, apparently. And usually I just throw it right in the trash. You know my policy, right in the trash. Unless you give me some cool shit. Like I got this. I don't even know what this thing does, but it's going to go by the pool. And I think you could like put a frosty one in it, Look at this guy. He's so excited. Look at him. It's a turtle. Okay. And those pictures in the back, like those are, I'm like, that one, you can't see it because of the glare. See, I got to work on this. He's got a rubber ducky on his back. He's got a rubber ducky on his back. Look at that thing. Hold on. What can we move this to? That work? Kind of. A little dark, but whatever. You don't want to blur the rubber ducky out though. See, I don't like the glare. I need to work on this. What about that? No. Okay. What that? No. How about down low? No. How about we go up high again? Something like that. Way up high. How about way up high? All right. That's better. The rubber ducky. So this guy right here. I saw that guy. That guy's awesome. But then again, the glare. Get out of the glare. How about that? There we go. Sophisticated turtle. All right, that looked perfect without the light. What if I just turn the light off? Is this too dark though? I wonder. That works, right? Is this too dark? What do you guys think? Can I turn this up? No. What do you guys think? Is this kind of dark? Kind of weird. I don't know. What do you guys think? There's no glare this way. It works? Not too dark? Okay. I mean, I could go like this. Masterpiece Theater. Turtle. Not too dark? Okay. Or we go light. And the glare's not as much, but you can still see it on there. You can still see it. And then it just disappears. I hate seeing it. Or we go down from down low. How about this? You do this down here. Go from like down low. Down under, turtle. Okay, that's just weird. That's like a campfire shit. Yeah, that's kind of weird. Yeah. All right. I got to work on the lighting. All right. Anyway, so that's a no-go. Anyway, the darker the better. That's what I say. But anyway, if you're new here, welcome aboard. Make sure you smash that subscribe button for me and hit the notification bell. I don't know if that's still a thing, but just what people used to say. And, we'll be here every Tuesday and Saturday night, usually right around 9. And usually Tuesdays. And like it's weird in the spring because of the Bruins and the Celtics. And so now I don't know what we're going to do. We got to do Sex Cult one of these days. Usually we do Sex Cult Thursdays. Celtics play tomorrow night, though, at 7:30, I think, right? What time are the Celtics on tomorrow? Don't even say 8. Don't even say 8. I'll lose it. Hold on. I'm going to be up all night. NBA. Celtics, okay. Ooh, Cavs are losing again. Oh, great. They're on at 8 tomorrow. Jesus Christ. For the love of God. we're gonna have to do sex cult after the Celtics tomorrow because we do sex cults on Thursdays around here. So we're just gonna have to. Sorry guys, Celtics are on. Gotta watch it. And then the Bruins are on Friday because I can't do it. I can't be like, well, we'll do it on Friday because then the Bruins are on Friday, and they're still alive for some reason. We're going back to Boston. I don't know, but we'll do it. But all right, what else is going on? Other announcements. Oh, if you guys want to have your messages read out loud to the class tonight, you can click at the link at the top for Turtle Chat. When you do that, you can say whatever you want, pay whatever you want, and I'll read your message out loud to the class. Okay. You might notice that I'm injured. I have a YouTube injury. It's not easy out in these YouTube streets. People think this line of work is like, you know, oh, it's so easy. You just sit there and you stream. Yeah, tell that to my elbow, dude. Tell that to my elbow. Like, there's like, it's not easy for us out here. We have to drink. We have to drink our water. And sometimes they come in heavy metal containers like this because the water tastes so delicious coming out of there. All right. And, you know, you get injured, you know, and there's no workman's comp in this line of work either. You're just kind of on your own, survival of the fittest. So I got Stanley elbow, but I'm still cruising along, you know, because that's what John O'Keefe would want me to do. Just keep going. I just think about John, you know, I just keep going. So anyway, what else was I saying? Oh yeah. So let me start off with some turtle chats. Let's see what people are saying here. If we have any turtle chats. Oh, I just got brighter because my screen is brighter. How about that? All right, let's check the wall here. Oh no. Oh no. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Okay. All right. Hold on. All right. Today is the 29th, I think. All right. We got Naomi sends $20 and goes, no need to read out loud. Probably going to do it anyway. Listen, Turtle, I send you what feels like an essay on Twitter and said I'd follow up with a turtle chat because I hope you would plod through it all. But to sum it up, I think there are definite paths to getting more local political support for Adam Dietrich. Well, his name is 𝗍𝗫. So in the DA election, and that I think the Bay State banner is a starting point. Bay State banner. Okay, I don't know if you're local or whatever. I don't know. The Bay State banner is a weekly newspaper primarily geared towards the readership interests of the African American community in Boston. Okay. Couple problems with that. Number one, Boston is in Suffolk County. So that's big problem there. Okay. Norfolk County is like the whitest county in Massachusetts. it's up there. So I don't know about that. Did I freeze again? Let me get out of this. All right, I'm out of that. Yeah. So I don't think that's going to work, but, and I don't know. We'll see. I think that the others should just drop out. They shall just drop out because they're just going to hand this election to Greg Conner. I'm telling you right now, they're going to hand the election to Greg Conner. What month is it right now? It's almost May. And that means the election's in September, right? That's when we usually have. I'm stroked out. Am I frozen? I'm out. Okay, I'm unfrozen. Yeah, I moved it to a new window. I figured out that trick. Yeah, actually, all the counties in Western Mass are whiter than Norfolk, but you got my point here. What was I going to say? And also, like my freaking pool today, I got pool problems. Shit the bed. So the pump out there, I go to turn it on today, it just doesn't turn on. Yesterday, I go to turn it on. Or was that today? I forget. It just didn't turn on. And then I'm like, well, somebody's like, I messaged 𝗫𝗄𝗃. She owns a pool. And she's like, it's probably your blue fuse. So I go down here to the breaker. And sure as fuck, it's blew it. So I put it on, put it back on, and go out, turn it on, fire, a spark, a big spark. And the wire snaps. It just fucking blew up. So we're off to a rough start with the pool. I have no idea what I'm doing. None. They just gave me a pool, and I don't know what the fuck to do with this pool. So I need like pool help. And so people message me all the time with like pool help, and I just don't have time to respond to them sometimes, and I don't know what to do. And I just want to pay someone to do it. I don't even want to think about it ever. I don't want to like talk to people about the pool. I don't want to like troubleshoot with the pool. I just want to like give someone money and they fix the pool. That's it. And I don't want to think about the pool, whatever. Like that's the way it's got to be. Like I don't want to think about it. I don't want to learn. I don't want to learn how to do a pool. I don't give a fuck. I don't care. I'm upper middle class. I just want to pay someone to take care of that shit for me because I don't have time for that. Like Purple Kool-Aid Man says, he gave me another pep talk today. He gave me this whole thing. He left. Want to hear this thing? He got this guy. He loves him in his voice notes. I got to play it for you. Okay, this is what he says. Listen to this.
Aidan, I thought we've had this talk before, but we're gonna have it again. Okay? You say you wanna be upper middle classes. Well, start acting like it. Start acting like you're upper middle class because you are. And you know what upper middle class people don't do? They don't cut their lawn themselves. Okay? You're not going to buy a lawnmower. You're not going to buy a hedge trimmer. You're going to call a lawn service. You're going to look out your window and you're going to see when the other people's lawn service is coming. You're going to say, hey, how much would you charge me to do mine too? And you're going to let them spend 2 hours a week, okay, doing it. Because once again, your time is worth like $250 an hour. So if you spend 2 hours a week cutting your lawn, that's $500 a week times 4. That's $2,000 a month it's going to cost you to cut your lawn yourself. Plus, you got to buy a mower. Plus, you got to let them do that shit, bro. You're worth too much. Your time is worth too much. You can get a lawn company to do that shit for fucking $500 a month. The hedges, let them do it. You're costing yourself thousands of dollars by doing it yourself. I know it doesn't seem like that, but get an upper middle class mindset because you're still trapped in $75,000 a year, Aidan Kearney. That's where your mind is trapped. Okay, so let's call a lawn service. You pay them to do it because then you have 2 hours extra a week to actually do something productive. And when you can pay someone $30 an hour or $40 an hour to do it, you know, instead of using your valuable time to do it again. So please just call somebody and let them do it. Let them do it. And here's what you do. Listen, you say, hey, guess what? I've got 200,000 fucking followers. I'll give you a shout out. They might do the shit for free. You got to start working your angles here. The pool thing, same thing, bro. Be like, hey, oh, by the way, I've got like 200,000 followers. I'll give you a shout out every week on my show. Boom, they'll do that shit for free too. This is business 101. You've got to use your leverage and not use your time. It's too valuable.
I mean, I get what he's saying. But I told him, I left him a message back. I go, that's where I draw the line. Okay. Pool guy, sure. I don't want to do that. I don't want to build shit. I'm going to hire a cleaning lady or a man. You never know. Probably a lady because I don't really like cleaning that much. And cleaning's a waste of my time when you just pay someone else to do it. Right. And I get that because time is money. Right. And you're busy and you got shit to do and blah, blah, blah. But that I draw the line at the lawn. There's something about a man and his lawn that's just sacred, I think. And mow your fucking lawn. That's what I gotta say to the man out there. Mow your goddamn lawn. That's like the one thing I take pride in is the goddamn lawn. Okay. And like this, whoever this person is, like this is it right here. Cutting the lawn is therapy. Okay. Love the straight lines. I love it. I love looking at a lawn that I mowed, not somebody else, that I mowed it. And I love looking at the lines afterwards. And it's nice and straight. And it looks good. Okay. And it smells good. Okay. A freshly cut lawn in the summer is like the best smell ever. All right. And I love it. I love that shit. I will never, I'm never it lasts the perfect amount of time, depending on how big your yard is, right? Hour. He's talking about 2 hours, 2 fucking hours. How big my fucking lawn is? 2 hours? Are you out of your mind? My lawn will be done in 45 minutes. I wish it was more. So I'm going to go mow my ex-wife's lawn too. I haven't lived there in like 3 years. I mow her lawn still because I like doing it because it's my lawn. I hate it. I hate when the lawn, it's like a haircut, man. It feels good. And there's nothing like mowing the lawn on a hot July day. I fucking love that shit. A lot of people don't like that. I love that shit. You go out there, you work up a sweat. It's a good amount of time. It's good exercise. You feel like you did something, it's therapeutic. And I told him, I go, by your logic, going to the gym's a waste of time, right? I should just get fat all day. I should just sit around and get fat because I could be making money. Right? And I get it. I do appreciate the thought. It's the thought that counts. But there's some things that are just like, whatever. So anyway, that's my thoughts on the lawn. All right, next. No, the lawn's real. It's not code. Okay, next up we have here. Where'd it go? Let's see. Patricia sends $5, goes, best quote from Sunday's show. I was burning the midnight oil, going at it, journalism all night. I was. You're right about that. Thanks. Christine sends $5 and goes, no boob pics, just a message. I'll allow it. The turtle is a wine holder that resembles the boy and turtle statue when holding wine. Oh, okay. With each Amazon gift, it has a small piece of paper that says a message and who it's from. You can have a scan for returns. You've probably tossed many of them. We'll be on the replay crew, but won't send. Oh, fuck. I've never done a wish list before. It does come with all these papers, and I've never once looked at them. I did not know that. It says, are people writing notes? I did not even know that. Fuck. If you got me a gift on my wish list and I didn't write back because I didn't know. I thought it was like a receipt. I just throw it all in the trash. Sorry. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Next. Whitney sends $20, goes, in honor of old school Turtle Boy days, I secretly want Abi the Desk Girl, 𝗵𝗵𝗄𝗃, to make a grand Twitter return and send out some of her why are your feelings hurt surveys that were somehow as funny as the story themselves. Free the First Amendment and make humor great again. Do you guys know about Abi the Desk Girl? If you're new here, I think we need to talk about Abi the Desk Girl real quick. So let me see if I can find any articles around Abi the Desk Girl. Turtle Boy Sports, Abi Desk Girl. Okay. Desky. Okay. All right. So I'm just going to bring I just Googled Abi. I just Googled Turtle Boy Sports, Abi the Desk Girl. Okay. And I want to share this for you. So we used to have back in the day in like 2017, 2018. I used to, some people thought Desky was real. She's not. It was like South Shore Turtle Girl who was just writing this shit. All right. 𝗵𝗵𝗄𝗃. Right. So, all right. So the name of this, so we used to like get so many complaints. Like we used to write about a lot of ratchets and they would write and they would tell us how fucking we're going to destroy us. And then they talked to Abi, the desk girl. And if Abi, decide like would, she would take your complaint and she would file it somewhere and but Abi had a tendency to like talk too much. Okay. And she'd tell you about her problems. Like Abi had IBS, internal bowel syndrome or whatever. And she often discussed this with strangers who just wanted the articles written about them taken down. Okay. And so she would give them a form. We just called it the form. And it was the blog removal form, the Turtle Boy blog removal form. And Abi would get, and the form was great. So let me see this article. Okay. All right. All right. So this article is titled Desky versus Brockton's Princess 𝗃𝗃 fills out the form because she hates being called old and loves her some Abi. Okay. I'm really thankful that our desk girl is finally back to her regularly scheduled work routine. I had one more midnight phone call from the hospital with her lunatic ramblings about her crush on the gynosurgeon. I might have tasted a bullet. The girl goes in for a deep cyst lancing, seems to end up with a lobotomy, and forgets we hate each other. She even asked me if I would watch her cat. Okay. Yeah, no. Oh, first of all, I love how we're advertising the Turtle Rider Cup here. And if you guys haven't done so already, second annual Turtle Rider Cup is coming up on August 3rd. We've had a bunch of signups already. Link is, I don't know if I should put a link on the website. I pinned it to the top of my Twitter. It's in Paxton at Kettlebrook Country Club on August 3rd, 10 a.m. sharp, shotgun style. It's going to be awesome. Comes with a free cart, free shit. It's going to be a blast. It's our golf tournament. It's a fundraiser for my legal defense fund too. Hope to see you guys there. Anyway, back to this. Okay. Yeah, I made Abi call her breeder Pam to watch her menagerie of lazy-eyed ginger animals. So when Karen Monahan, the broad from earlier in the week who outed her husband as a kiddie porn enthusiast on the Brockton Hub, messaged Abi, they were immediate BFFs, adorbs. We all know how the only friend 𝗬𝗄𝗃 has is Cletus. Just in case you missed one of the most insane blogs of all time, starring Karen, you can catch up here. Okay, so this is a woman called the Brockton 𝗃𝗃 princess, and she went on this Facebook group called the Brockton Hub, which is just some of them. It was like a ratchet cornucopia of stories. Like we just find shit in the Brockton Hub all the time. It's go on. If you didn't have anything to write about, just go on the Brockton Hub Facebook page and you'll find something. Okay. And so this woman went on there and she announced that her husband was a pedophile. Okay. That she caught him making. Okay. So Brockton 𝗃𝗃 princess announces she caught ex-husband making tummy pancakes to kitty nudes and is ratting because he stopped paying $200 monthly blackmail cash. This is the kind of shit we used to write about. Okay. So she gets mad and it goes, it couldn't have been more Brockton Hub if it tried. Seems Karen got a little pissed that we used bad pictures of her and went running to a turtle rider who recommended she go see the desk girl. Lo and behold, however, the message came in and we had to inform her that Abi wouldn't be in till the next morning. So she messaged, people would message the page and ask to speak with Abi, the desk girl. Okay. And so she would say, my message is for Abi. Please message me back. I think I reported my own message. Abi, please contact me. Abi will be in tomorrow morning around 10. I need to talk to Abi, please. Please have her contact me. Thanks. Is Abi available? Yes, this is Abi. I'm sorry it took me so long. I was at the ER all night. Is there something I can help you with, ma'am? Okay. And the Brockton 𝗃𝗃, let's see. Sorry, Karen, Abi was at the ER. She was at the old country buffet, stuffing her gob and purse with cheese biscuits. Now, usually I sit back and laugh at the people that Abi deals with, but I kind of really liked Karen. She was super polite, and I kind of feel bad giving her a second blog. This one is more about Abi than Karen because, well, you'll see. 𝗬𝗄𝗃 would have a fit if she knew I go digging through the inbox looking for blog material. She really doesn't read the blog, so I can't get away with it. Okay. Someone told me you might be able to take down a page about me, Brockton 𝗃𝗃 princess. So she thinks Abi's real, and she wants to talk to Abi about. We need to bring Abi back. We have to bring Abi, the desk girl, back. You have no idea how many of these people thought she was real. They would I shouldn't even say it. She's real and she's real to me. God damn it! And they would message the page, and Abi, the desk girl, would respond to them, and they would. After a while, they would ask for her. Okay, and so yeah, here we go. So Abi's like. This is in 2017. Okay. I did something I probably shouldn't have, a post about my husband being a piece of shit, and they took it and put it on Turtle Boy. Was that one of the blogs? I never read them. I find them so negative. What did your husband do? I think it is. It's a page about, he did a lot. I was saying what a piece of shit he is, and I found pics of child porn. Oof. Which eyed the God's honest truth and how he talked me into not going to court for the divorce, and he give me the money that Social Security took when we got married, and he sent me to South Carolina saying he'd come in a couple months and rent a trailer for our stuff, and I was here for a week, and he blocked me from his phone, so I only have my clothes. The other night, he finally texted me back and said, I'll call you tomorrow, and never did. Someone just posted a picture of an old lady and said, Karen in a few years just now. So that is one hell of a centigraph, ladies and gentlemen. But my take on that is that the Brockton Fupa Juicer princess is saying that she caught her husband looking at kiddie porn and she didn't turn him in. Instead, he talks her into staying in the marriage and says that he will give her all the Social Security money that they got. Somehow they got Social Security money when they got married. And he sent her to South Carolina in a trailer. No, he said he was going to rent a trailer for their stuff. So he sends her ass to South Carolina. And he's like, oh, the trailer with all your shit will be down there in a week. And he just never sends it down. he just abandons her in South Carolina. This is awesome. This shit was so entertaining back in the day. So he sends her to South Carolina, and she's down there, and because she caught him looking at kiddie porn. He's like, baby, we'll stay together. We're gonna move to South Carolina and start a new life. And then he's like, you first. And she goes to South Carolina, and then he's like, I'll be right there. With all your shit's coming, and he just never sends it. He just never sends it. And then he blocks her. And so her recourse is going on the Brockton Hub, apparently, and smearing him. Okay, so anyway, okay. Oh my goodness, he left you all alone in the rural South? I always imagined that place had banjos. Does it? I don't know. I haven't seen any yet. Okay, so you got that. Karen got tricked into going to South Carolina. She's not even sad about the crazy mistake she made blowing up her asshole husband online. She's devastated that people are telling her she looks old. Priorities. So that's what she's worried about. Of course, Abby's brain goes directly to the movie Deliverance. Gosh, I'm sorry. I got distracted for a second. I didn't mean to be rude. I've never been and only know what I've seen in the movies. Let me go and read the blog you're talking about. I only ever force myself to when someone needs my help. They blogged about me once. And she says, Brad Ellis, the Brockton Hub, posted the old lady thing. That's how I got this job. I came in here and flipped out on them. I was posing naked in Instagram with my pit bulls to raise money for my sick mom. See, Abby is an overshare, okay, for my sick mom. I'm not in there. Who is the old lady? He said it's me in a few years. That's so mean. I just read that off a blog. I think you're pretty. Thanks. That's what I mean. People have to find anything and everything to be fucking rude about it. And she says, you look like my aunt. She was a gorgeous lady, God rest her soul. She lost her life 2 years ago choking on a chicken bone. We always told her not to gurgle the meat, but she said that's why she marinated the thighs so long. She once won a contest at the fair, noshing on drumsticks. They had ghost pepper sauce on them. She was sweating and had a runny nose like a sick kindergartner who licked the slide. It's not about you, Abby. Abby doesn't shut up sometimes. They are really rude here. They make fun of me all day. I'm just here doing my job. The girl that works here, the one from the South Shore, she took the locks off the bathroom door because she was sick of me going in the bathroom all the time. She knows I have IBS and you can't help it. I had to take my shoelaces out so I could rig the door closed. I hate them so much. Great story about your aunt. Like somehow she is now providing therapy to Abby. Great story about your aunt. Things like that are good memories you'll have forever. Thank you so much. Can you give me 1 second? I have to run to the bathroom. 2 thumbs up. So how can I help you? If you could possibly get rid of anything about me, but if you can't, I appreciate you trying to help. I can try it. You are so nice. I have a form. Oh, here comes the form that you can fill out. I give it to the boss and he considers your answers, makes a decision to pull the blog or not. Even if he says no, you are more than welcome to be a guest on their show tonight. It's like a radio call-in show, and it gives you a chance to tell your side of the story. We used to always have Ratchets come on for Ratchet Redemption too. Okay. And okay, thanks. It was nice talking to you. Would you like the form? Yes, please. Okay, give me a second. I have to find the thing. Most people who message me are so mean, so I don't send it. They really are. Sorry it took me so long. I didn't have the form ready because I've never had anyone out their husband as a pedophile before. Usually it's just people selling food stamps. Just copy and fill out below. Once it's sent back in, I will have an answer for you by close of business. And so we would copy, and Desk Girl would then copy and paste the form into the message, and then you would send back your answers to them. So it's not like we weren't that sophisticated. We didn't have like a DocuSign or PDF. We just had copy and paste. That's what we did. Copy and paste in Facebook Messenger. Okay. Employee sending the form. Abigail Horowitz. Does the employee think this blog should be removed? Yes. It's not her fault. Her husband is a pedo and she's very nice. Okay. And then you write name, age, nickname given by the blogger. Who are you in relation to the blog? Please rate the blog with an emoji. That's always fun. They would have to rate the blogs that were written about them with an emoji, which is fucking great. Some of these people were real. Usually people aren't happy when we write about them. And so they would, as you can imagine, what they would respond to. They had to give an emoji to explain the blog in one emoji about them. Okay. What really happened? Please list the indiscrepancy you feel the blogger didn't understand. Where are you from? How long ago did you discover your husband was a pedophile? Were you legally married? Do you think you should have asked him for more cash to keep quiet? Are you an addict? Do you prefer Suboxone or methadone? Why? What medications were you on when you made the decision to out him as a creep on the Brockton Hub? Okay. Okay, well, let's see if she fills it out. Hi, Abby. I never received a form, but it doesn't matter. Everyone must have seen it by now. Thanks for trying to help. We sent the form. Abby, when it says what really happened, when are they asking about? And are they going to post this form? Sorry, do you think I should go live? Are they going to make a joke and embarrass me? Hey, it's me again. Sorry to keep bothering you, but I can't answer the questions on the form. Should I make a message with the questions? Oh my God, this woman's got a lot of questions. I'm going to wait a little while to see if you're working today so you answer me. Oh, and Abby, again, thank you. And one of the questions says to rate you with an emoji, and I'm going to give you the best one. They always give people the chance to speak freely on the live show. Just copy and paste the answer. Okay, so here's the form. So she fills it out. Let's see how she filled out the form, okay? Name, Karen Monahan. Age, 47. Nickname, Brockton Fupa Princess. In relation to the blog, me and my husband. Rate the blog. It sucks. She didn't do an emoji. Why I took a post of mine and changed what I was saying into a joke. What really happened? I posted what a piece of shit my husband is. I said I found child porn on his computer and said it was teen suck search. Anyone who says those girls are over 18 are being defensive because they probably watch it too. And little sister gives brother blowjob. When somebody counted on it, I said the girl was probably around 10. I also said that he told me he'd give me the $200 a month that was taken out of my check when we got married because the only way I can get it back is to get a divorce. And he said he didn't want to, but when I moved, he stopped talking to me and hasn't paid me. He really did me dirty in worse ways than that, but I would have taken forever to include them all. The indiscrepancies. They called my husband a pedo. I don't think he is. I think he's just a creepy, disgusting, perverted old man. It's not like he molests children or looks at naked pictures of little kids. And they say that the $200 was from me blackmailing him and only said something because he stopped giving it to me. He has fucked me up in every worst ways. that not giving me the money, that was just an example of how the POS has been treating me. I am, that's one sentence. I am from Brockton. I found the teen sex search about 5 years ago and the little sister one 2 years ago. Yes, we are legally married because I'm an idiot for trusting him. Do I think I should ask for more money to keep my mouth shut? No, those are the only times I actually saw it. And I already put it out there and I can't even get the $200. I am an addict. Yes, I am. For how saw it and what for how long? Well, I've been addicted to a lot of things in my life, but not all at once right now. I take Suboxone and Adderall, both prescriptions, subs or methadone. Definitely the subs. She's like, definitely. You don't feel medicated like methadone does, and you don't have to get up and go somewhere early every day. Methadone makes you tired and hungry, so you gain weight. I've lost 60 pounds since the last October between him leaving me and coming methadone. He has not responded to me. He won't. I think Marvin is cool looking. I was never into Looney Tunes. I've never even seen Marvin on TV. I was trying to decide what to go for a tattoo, and a guy came walking to the bar. Okay. Okay. I didn't rate the blog with an emoji, and then she left various angry emojis. Okay. Okay. So that's, and we had this one, the New Bedford Zanny Goblin whines to Desk Girl because Turtle Boy is causing her mental problems. But after seeing pictures of her passed out on heroin, we're guessing it's not really our fault. Okay. So the New Bedford Zanny Goblin. There's so many of these people. Gloucester woman tells Desk Girl she is suing for slander over blog on her public post about catching coronavirus on spring break, Miami. Okay. What else? The Behavioral Hog Jockey. What are these names? I forgot about these. We got to bring these names back. The Behavioral Hog Jockey berated Desk Girl, called cops on tons of turtle riders for talking about her eBay GoFundMe scam, refuses to fill out blog removal form. Okay. Sister of Leominster Cash for Nudes Butter Fluffer threatens to go to cop for harassment. Desk Girl agrees to send her nudes for cash, gets rejected. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. Father of pregnant Nashua crack dealer sends threats, demands we take blog down on daughter. Backpage partner fills out the form for Abby. Okay. Oh, this guy messages me all the time, too. He wants that article. Let's see. Hood Rat messages Desk Girl the day she got out of jail for starting the Sturbridge Walmart fire. Plans to sue. Oh, great. I mean, how many Desk Girl blogs are there? Anyway, the Weymouth. Oh, this one. Oh, there's a funny story about this. The Weymouth Wenchstein, who pissed in high school elevator, says it's okay because she was drunk, called the cops when asked it with Desk Girl, filled out the blog removal form. So funny story about the Weymouth Wenchstein that pissed in the school elevator. So when I was in jail, I went at night. I would go to like the area where the bad kids go. If you got in like a fight, you got sent to segregation, and I would go and do my exercise down there at night. And, you know, I walked in there and like, I was like a fucking celebrity in there. Like all the bad kids all knew who I was, and they're all from Weymouth. And this one kid's like, yo, Turtle Boy. Yo, that's Turtle Boy right there. This motherfucker right here. He starts telling all his boys, yo, this motherfucker right here. Oh my God, dude. He wrote about this girl I went to high school with. He called her the Weymouth Wenchstein. Oh my God, she pissed in the elevator. She pissed. He couldn't stop. This article was written in 2017. And it was like it happened yesterday with this kid in jail. His name was John. And white kid. He got in trouble a lot. And he's like, I don't know what the hell he was in there for, but being in segregation was just another day in jail for him, I thought. And he was when he saw me down there, it was like he couldn't wait to meet me. He's like, bro, he couldn't stop talking about the Weymouth Wenchstein from high school. Like he remembers it like it was yesterday. Like, so apparently Desk Girl went at it with her too. But anyway, we've evolved, haven't we? You know, we used to do 𝗬𝗵𝗲𝗀𝗃𝗍stains, pissing in elevators, and, you know, Brockton 𝗵𝗲 juicers, princesses, you know, ratting on their husbands for kiddie porn and, you know, extorting them for Social Security. But now we do murder mysteries. Now we solve murders. So I've changed. I've grown. But that's kind of how we got our start. But keep in mind, while I was writing articles like that, I was also writing stories like, you know, the Ali Bibo story and the Leah Genduso stories, like actual stories of corruption and stuff like that. So, you know, this brand didn't just start on its own, man. It's a lot of work to get here. A lot of work. All right, next. Julie sends $10, goes, here's a bit toward the legal fund. Oh, thank you so much, Julie. I appreciate that. Every bit helps. Every bit helps. We're going to need it. We're going to need it. So thank you. Next. Where'd it go? Mia Sweet Cake sends $10, goes, hello, Dr. Daddy. My suggestion, have an artist paint a badass mural for your new studio. Personalized to be as awesome as you. I don't know if we'll go with the mural because then it's stuck there. But I definitely need something. So I need like a art, like some sort of designer to come up with like an idea. I don't this will do for now, but this ain't gonna last. All right, next. And I just need, like, I feel like I need like new cameras, new lighting. I just need to invest in this shit. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. So Brian Hale offered to help and I just never got around to doing it. I need to get around to doing it. Okay. Next. Exactly. Like, that's why shit like this is important. People like Karen Reed made Turtle Boy. Bitch, I've been around long before Karen Reed. I've been doing this forever. Forever. I've been making people laugh, offending people. This is like what I do. And now all of a sudden the McAlberts are like, oh my God, you can't say mean things about it. Bitch, I mean, tell that to the Brockton 𝗵𝗲 juicer. She didn't sue. She owned it. The Brockton 𝗵𝗲 juicer has more dignity than Brian Higgins does. She never killed anyone. Never. She never, you know, covered up a murder. She didn't do anything like that. She covered up some pedophilia, but, you know, besides that, she didn't cover up like a murder. So she got that going for her and she never sued me. You know, she owned it. She owned what she did, you know. Next. News Now, 𝗲𝗄𝗃𝗃 sends $10, goes, support your fight against corrupt Meatball Morrissey from Leipzig, Germany. The McAlberts belong in jail. News Now, 𝗲𝗄𝗃𝗃. Okay. Agree with that one. Amy sends $10, goes, ain't no mother, and I don't want to breastfeed you, but God damn it, you are so fucking sweet and cute. Oh, geez Louise. Thank you so much, Amy. She goes, I could kiss your face off, and I don't know what I am so grateful for. Big fat smooch your face off, kiss like an old aunt. Okay. Okay. Well, thank you. I know. I think you signed up for the golf tournament, so maybe I'll see you there. But you know, what is it with like these you know, 55, 60-year-old women who want to kiss me and like, you know, breastfeed with me, and I don't know. All right, next. Because it's like a thing. Like, I don't, like, they all want to be my mom. Like, Jenna Altman wanted to be my mom, too. It's fucking weird when I go back and I look at her messages. And boy, is she having a meltdown, huh? Oh, my goodness gracious. It's like it's a fascinating experiment to watch. Her and Broyles just completely break down. There are ways to handle Turtle Boy derangement syndrome, and then there's the way they're handling it. Like, it just goes away if you stop. I mean, but some of these people just like any attention. Any attention is good attention. And they're like, they just destroy themselves. And then they go on about how they're not destroying themselves. And they have no idea how they look to outside normal people. Like, people messages me who aren't in the game. They don't talk. They don't post about a lot of this stuff. They stay out of it, you know, and then they're like, what is going on with Jennifer Altman. This is a friend of yours? I'm like, well, yeah, I thought she was a friend, I guess. But that was I don't think she understands what a friend is. And, you know, yeah, she's just lost her fucking, I don't even know. I guess she's always been like this, but she was on my side, so I didn't really notice. But she's fucking nuts. She's freaking insane. Insane. Everybody's doing so well. We're doing so well over here. If you feel the need to say it that much, you're probably not doing that well. Okay. I'm just saying. All right, next. Angie and the little potato turtle riders, Aria, Charity, and Caden send $5. Goes, Aidan, could you please send the little ones a shout out? As they all have pink eye, plus Caden has an ear infection on top of that. Even with all this going on, they're still so happy when they see that I'm watching you and try to convince me to let them listen too, which doesn't happen unless I ask for a shout out. Anyway, we all love you, Aidan, and we're still cheering you on from here in Idaho. Nice. So potato turtle riders, love to see it. Shout out little kids. Let's see. All right. William Vital sends $5. Goes, when is the Marlboro Moose fundraiser? I believe it's August 15th. I'm almost positive. I'll get back to you on that. I would love to meet you and get kids' picture. Every day, the kids 4 and 6 say, Dad, why do you listen to Turtle Boy? I say, because he saves Karen Reed. And my oldest daughter says, okay, that's good. Let's share a beer. The daughter doesn't say that. He's offering that. So thank you for that. And I'm glad your kids are saying that. That's great. Amy sends $10. Goes, what did I just say, you cute little shit? Yeah, I'm 51 and you're a little younger than me. So that's why I say aunt. Okay. But I could say friend. Also, we just love you. That's all. I'm maternal up in this motherfucker. I just like you a lot. Well, thank you so much, Amy. You're very sweet. Diane sends $25. Goes, please consider adding Boston Mike and 𝗵𝗵𝗃𝗃 to the fundraiser lineup. Thanks for oh, he's been invited. And when I invite 𝗵𝗵𝗃𝗃, that means that Boston Mike's invited too. They're a unit, you know. Boston Mike's always invited. Boston Mike speaks only in random pictures. If you guys don't follow Boston Mike on Twitter, he's fucking funny. Like some of the shit he posts. I think his name is like @products or something. @products. Yeah, okay. Let me show you Boston Mike's page. It's a trip. Oh, he's sharing me. Okay. Huh. Sometimes he responds with shit. I'm like, what? Okay, hold on. He'll just respond with like 4 random pictures to everything. Hold on. What's this? What's that?
In a chair. My mobility is not great. And that's for various reasons. I have heart problems now. I have, liver problems. My mobility is not great. I have POTS. I have chronic fatigue. I have, we could go on this chronic fatigue. I have, we could go on this list forever. I was born with a liver issue. I have inflammation in my entire body. I have rheumatoid arthritis, psoriatic arthritis, psoriasis, fibromyalgia, MS, PTSD, unfortunately, right? Hyper awareness all the time. I'm always hyper aware. I have flashbacks. I have night terrors, sort of just repeating the flashbacks in my sleep. Okay, it's the exact same thing Aidan does. I'm also disabled. And so there's a big difference between me and him, right? Just to talk about your debit card for any amount you want, any message you want, you can remain anonymous if you want any of these options. Of course, you have CashApp, 𝗬𝗵𝗲𝗃𝗃, you have Chime, you have relatively close country and many other countries between 130 countries. You can receive money on that app. It's an awesome app. You don't have to believe it. You want to get it. I have a referral code for it. It is an awesome app because I'm receiving funds in between, and I think you buy stocks too and stuff between countries. And there's a bunch of different countries.
What the fuck is that? I'm so glad people clip her because I could never actually watch her. It's just too painful. But I want to see if there's some good Boston Mike. Sometimes he'll respond with shit. Hold on. This is true. No good examples on here. killing me, Boston Mike. Whenever he responds to me, he just responds with like pictures to shit. Just here's 4 pictures of random shit. Like this is what he does. He just posts that. Hold on. Diehard turtle head. Anyway. Anyway, bad day, bad example, Boston Mike. Do some funny shit. Make me laugh. Okay, cool. All right. Yeah, he's invited on. He's invited on for sure. All right. Let's see. That was on replies. So usually he's got like some pretty good replies, but all right. Anyway, back to Turtle Chats. We have here the other Mary B sends $5, goes, God bless that desk girl. I was crying, laughing. Old school Turtle Boy is gold. Thank you. Yeah, I thought I'd share that with you guys because a lot of my audience was not around before Karen Reed. I mean, that's just a fact. And so sometimes it's fun to catch up on like how we got here. You know, a lot of people don't know about that. Let me read some cash apps here and then we'll get started. Carrie B sends $20 and goes, you should do Where Are They Now? I know. We should. Yeah, but they're probably all dead or in jail. Let's be honest. All right, cool. All right. If anyone else wants their messages read out loud to the class, click on the link at the top for Turtle Chat, or you can cash at me at $UncleTurtleboy, and we can do it that way. All right. Let me see what we got here. What was I going to say? I was going to say something. What the fuck was I going to say? Oh, does anyone know? I was going to talk about Michael Easter's report, and then I realized I don't have it. Does anyone have Michael Easter's report? Because I'll tell you. So BLT, he actually did something useful. He did a stream, I guess, or a video on Michael Easter's report. But because he's such a fucking piece of shit, he doesn't share the report. So you have to like go and listen to him read the report, which is fucking cancer. Like I'm not doing that. It's painful. Does anyone have, if anybody has that report? So I like searched it on there and some people are showing various pieces of it. I just want the whole, like if he was an actual reporter, he would just say, here's the PDF of the Michael Easter report. But instead, he's like, nope, I'm going to read it out loud. So that way you have to come to my fucking channel and listen to me say it. Because he actually had a pretty interesting report. And a real reporter would just fucking post the goddamn report. And you go and watch it. And like, you know what? I'm just going to watch. Let's just go there and make fun of him. Let's fucking make fun of this loser. I fucking hate BLT. I'm so glad we're done pretending to have any respect for people like him. I never liked this motherfucker ever. All right. 60,000 subscribers, all from me, by the way. Didn't earn any of those. All right. So let's see. Was it a live or did he? Okay. Yeah. Like, oh, where'd it go?
Trooper Proctor documented in the affidavit and other reports that McCabe made statements that she was at 34 Fairview during cell phone communications with O'Keefe and Reed in the moments before the investigation determined O'Keefe's time of death. Investigators should have made it a priority to submit a preservation request or request via legal process McCabe's historical cell phone records. Wow. By obtaining McCabe's historical phone records.
I've never seen someone less talented than him in my life. He just sits there and reads a report like we all can't see the fucking words on the screen. Reads it out loud, and his big contribution to it is, wow, egads, holy smokes, wow.
Investigators could have determined the accurate time of her communication with O'Keefe and Reed. Relying solely on forensic extraction of her mobile device is insufficient because
while we're laughing at this guy and making fun of him, if anyone could email me if anybody has a copy of the whole report, please email it to me. Oh, I've already got it from 3 people. But I kind of want to laugh at BLT for a minute? Can we just laugh at him for a couple minutes and just enjoy this? Let's get petty. Let's do Will style. I don't know. Like he just like, wow. And he's only talking about this because he knows that this is something other people are interested in. Right? He's just like, oh yeah, this is what people want to hear about, right? Yeah, someone's going to read it. I'm not going to share. I'm just going to read it. So you got to come to my channel.
These extractions regularly have contradictions in dates and times as it relates to communication and activity preserved locally on the device. By obtaining McCabe's historical cell phone records, investigators could have examined her cell site location information before, during, and after the estimated time of death of O'Keefe. The cell site information could have been used to establish the general location of McCabe when these communications took place, possibly aiding in identification of what cell sites McCabe's cell phone used for the internet searches below. 𝗺𝗏 the dying cold.
Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that.
Communications took place, possibly
look at the camera. Ready?
aiding in identification of what cell sites McCabe's cell phone used for the internet searches below.
Oh, he's like looking at her. Can you believe that? What was the bombshell? Like, it's like fake. He's not actually this excited. Nobody's this excited over this. It's interesting, but nobody's this fucking excited. Stop it.
𝗺𝗏 the dying cold and 𝗺𝗏 in 𝗫𝗁. ATF, oh wow, look at this. ATF Special Agent Brian Higgins. Although investigators later learned that Agent Higgins present at 34 Fairview had an independent relationship with Reed, investigators explicitly failed to perform any standard investigation procedures relating to him. A critical omission was the failure to obtain his historical cell phone records, which would have provided critical insights into the communication and cell site location information. Can you tell me now why Judge Bev didn't want Michael Easter up as a defense witness?
Oh, like I'm so sorry that I made this guy a thing. Because I did. I went on his stupid show. He paid me $200 to interview me after I was arrested. And you know you're scraping the bottom of the barrel when you're like, I got Nan Gallagher on tonight, and you're like being serious. Like in a serious, like I'm having Nan on and I'm taking her seriously. Like that's not to mock her or anything like that. We're just gonna have Nan on to, like, you know, for her insight, as if, because Nan somehow, she had the dumbest take ever. We can go over later. Remind me to go over the Nan take. But yeah, let's
Aaron Reed's case.
Oh,
look at his report. Oh. And I'm going to probably go on the qualifications of this gentleman that has a very lengthy service at the FBI, served as a captain in the United States Marines. Wow. And also, I think, what was he, a deputy sheriff at some point? He stood and testified in over 2,000 trials. Wow. That man was probably one of the most qualified individuals that potentially should have testified in Karen's case.
I can't. Look at the face. Look at that. He's so serious. First of all, what a generic take, dude. It's like the whole, oh, really? Oh, yeah. Michael Easter totally should have. He's really qualified. He should have definitely testified at Karen's trial. That was like a really hot take like 13 months ago, bro. Like, he's like, oh my God, this guy totally, like, that is the most, see what I'm saying? It's like, if you're going to be on YouTube and have a show, say something interesting that nobody's thought of before. You know what I mean? Like, make it fun. Do something to make it interesting. This guy's just like, oh, wow. Michael Easter totally should have been able to. Yeah, he's like so qualified. Yeah, like, if you ask me, Judge Bev definitely should have let him look great again. Definitely should have let him testify because he's an FBI agent. And if he's not qualified, who is? BLT investigates. Oh my, like, who? We all agree with that. Like, you don't, if you're on a show, say something interesting. That's not interesting. That's like something that, a thought that we all have in our fucking head already. Like, that's like not, like, why do I need you to say that? I'm already thinking that. You know what I mean?
Right? Nate says, I was just typing that. He is probably the most qualified person that we didn't hear from. I mean, his testimony would have blown this whole thing wide open.
Oh, yeah.
Granted, we're still at the end result that we're at. I mean, Karen was acquitted.
Oh, yeah.
But this is extremely extremely critical analysis of what went
Well,
wrong.
we're at because of you and Tommy. You guys did it. You and Tommy did it.
In this case. Okay. So let's see. The fact that Agent Higgins, and he's talking about a former agent here too, like a former agent talking about an agent. The fact that Agent Higgins retained legal counsel and was interviewed with his attorney present on February 3rd, 2022, approximately 5 days after O'Keefe's death, during which was presented as a witness interview, would have immediately triggered significant suspicion in my investigative process.
Boom! 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 Back into the left. Back into the left. Oh, he's blown away. Blown away. Whoa. Easter bomb. Easter bomb.
There you go. There you go. That's Michael Easter's words. With all those qualifications as an FBI agent.
Oh, I had no idea. Those were Michael Easter's words with the qualification as an FBI. I didn't even think of that. Thank God BLT's here to point that out.
Former Marine, deputy sheriff, trained in multiple layers of FBI
didn't mention that already.
Activities and qualifications.
Yeah. Oh,
and here we go.
That's a
he
great
says
point. I didn't think
that it immediately would have triggered significant suspicion in my investigative process.
Wow. Holy fucking shit.
My review of the case materials revealed that Agent Higgins' interview conducted by troopers Proctor and Buchanan documented in the report titled 53 MSP Report Interview of BH created by Trooper Buchanan on February 11, 2022. Notably among the over 150 documents reviewed, Agent Higgins was the sole adult whose name was abbreviated.
This guy probably like AI, like he probably like does AI, like how to have a personality. What do I have to do? Tell me, Grok. Can I download a personality? I mean, no, you cannot download a personality. You're either born with one or you're not. Okay. How do I copy the glare without letting him know that I'm copying the glare? He's going to find out. No, fuck. How do I get a person? This guy has definitely Googled how to get a personality. I'll tell you that much right now. Definitely.
Abbreviated in the file name. This practice, in my experience, suggests a deliberate attempt to obscure Agent Higgins' identity with the mass police database, potentially hindering his discoverable in the database searches.
He's just reading it out loud and be like, oh my God, can you believe that? Oh, you guys, look at him.
And it goes on and on.
This is why Karen Reed once told me that she goes, I want to tell Brian that you're a nice guy, but you're in the wrong line of work. Like nobody's ever watched. Are there any BLT fans? I don't know.
Let me get a sip of water here.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Take a break. You're on
thank
fire.
you, moderators, for being here. I see a bunch of my moderators here.
Yeah.
I see a bunch of my members. Smash that like button if you haven't done that. You need to get this. Oh, my voice just cracked. We need to get the stream out there in the evil YouTube algorithm. We're hearing the full report today that was commissioned as a witness for the defense by Alan Jackson to come in and testify. And obviously, we know he was not allowed to testify. And I just said a couple.
Like, you're going to make him cry. Good. I hope he does cry. He's a horrible person. Like, don't let this is all an act. BLT is a piece of shit. Like I figured him out. He is a fucking asshole. Like this whole, I'm a good guy. No, he's a fucking asshole. He's a passive aggressive douchebag. Once you figure him out, all he does is talk shit about other people. And he's a pussy. But he played a tough guy there for a bit with me. He did. In like October, November, December, like all of a sudden he found his tongue. Okay. He never would have spoken to me like this back in the day. But all of a sudden he felt a little bit emboldened by this little, Crawford and all these other people and the Hood Booger Talk Radio. He's like, oh, cool. I guess now is the time I'm allowed to criticize Turtle Boy and kind of crap on him a little bit because he's down. Motherfucker, I ain't ever down, bitch. You're nothing, BLT. You're a fucking loser. Your channel blows. You suck. Your hair is fake. grown at, bro, you can't go from bald like that to a full head of hair like that and then act like you didn't get a toupee. Stop it. Stop it. I mean, at least just own it. There's no shame in that. I mean, Dave Portnoy, Wes Welker, all these dudes, they advertise that they got hair club for men. They advertise it. They're like, yeah, I'm a fucking man. I'm going bald or I got hair. You know, whatever. Like, he's like, I did not get a toupee. Yeah, you did, bitch. Stop it. We all know. Go swim. Go jump in the pool right now. Tell me you don't have a toupee. Stop it. You have $20 to come over here. Jump in my fucking pool. You're going to have to clean it first. I haven't figured that. You got to get the pump on. But I'll do that. Do it.
Minutes ago, probably one of the most qualified witnesses that didn't have the opportunity to testify. Because why? Why do you think he was kept out? He's got his thumb on this. He's got his finger on this whole case in his report.
Ooh.
Okay. Let's see. The discovery that Agent Higgins, in concert with the FBI special agent.
See, if this guy had like an ounce of hot takes in him, and that's the thing, he's got no hot takes. The hot take on this report, which I want to get into, is how it affects me. Okay. See, this is interesting. This is the reason I have an interest in Michael Easter's report. Easter Wednesday, we're calling this. Is because I want to call him as a witness in my case. I have so many ideas for witnesses. And like every day I'm like, ooh, he would be a good witness. Because you get Michael Easter on the stand in front of a jury and he explains, because he's going to be able to do this civil trial, right? And he's going to explain a fucking professional. If Michael Easter clearly believes Brian Higgins did it, in case you can't figure that out yet from reading this, he's pretty convinced that Brian Higgins looks like he did. He's definitely convinced Karen Reed didn't do it. And he's an FBI, you know, you listen to this guy, ask BLT. He's a Marine. He's a FBI, blah, blah, blah. He's fucking the greatest thing ever. So you put that guy in front of a jury with me and you explain, yeah, here's why I think he did it. And then it's perfectly reasonable for someone like me to believe in that. If this guy believes in it, why shouldn't I? That's the hot take. See, he's got no hot takes. He just takes the report, reads it, and is like, this guy totally should have been able to testify at the trial. Bitch, we all know that. We complained about that 13 months ago. This discussion's already been running to the ground. We know she was mean to 𝗃𝗃. She was mean to Doc. She sucks. We get it. Auntie Bev sucks. That's an old take. It's not an original take. People want, if people want to tune into your show, you have to give them something new and interesting that they can't get anywhere else. Saying Michael Easter should have been able to testify in the trial is not a hot take. That's an old take. It's a cold take.
Agent privately downloading his text message exchange with Reed, followed by the destruction and disposal of the personal cell phone on a military installation, constitutes highly irregular conduct. Those actions demanded through investigation as they raise significant questions about the integrity of Agent Higgins' statements. Agent Higgins' actions are highly suspicious and, in my professional experience, would have immediately raised concerns. Upon receiving the information, I would have taken immediate steps to obtain his personal cell phone records. Specifically, I would have requested a comprehensive record of call detail records, cell site location information, and network signaling data. This data would be analyzed to determine, one, if and when the physical device stopped registering at a cell phone network.
See, this is the thing, too, that 𝗫𝗫𝗃𝗃 says. Or just be chill and genuine. Exactly. That's like Will. Like, Will is not. Okay. And I'm not trying to crap on Will here. But like Forrest Gump said, you know, like Forrest Gump was endearing, right? And we all liked him. And Will does not pretend to be an enlightened person, okay? He does not pretend to be the smartest person in the room. Often I watch Will's show, and he has no clue what he's talking about with some shit. And it's funny to watch it in real time, to watch the chat correct him and fill him in on shit. It's kind of funny. But he's like, he's your everyday man. You know what I mean? He's chill. He's his own person. He doesn't get up. That's why people like him, because he doesn't try to be somebody he's not. He just gets up there and acts like himself. He does not try to be a smart person, right? He's just Will. He just gets up there and he's just like, this is the Glare Institute for Legal and shit, or whatever the fuck he calls it. You know, that's funny. Like, people like that. Like, that's interesting. And that's why he succeeds. That's why he's got 2,000 people watching his petty streams. That's why he's got more memberships than I do, right? And that's why people like Crawford, and BLT, they have no personality. There's no reason to watch them. They're not genuine. They're not authentic. They're not interesting. They're not funny. They're not cool. They suck. Like, why the fuck would you watch them? The only reason everybody watched Crawford is because of 𝗏𝗏 and me. So he had me on. I built his audience up a little bit. And then 𝗏𝗏 took over. And he just revolutionized that channel. And then once 𝗏𝗏 was gone, after he really smartly burned that fucking bridge, how'd that work out for you? Now he's having a giraffe on, whatever the fuck he's got on there. And then he's just like, he convinces himself that things are going great. Oh, we're killing it. You know, look at us out here. BLT's out here doing breaking news. And I'm out here talking about the lottery or whatever the fuck he's talking about. Or people, what's he? Ticketmaster. There's always Ticketmaster now. We're doing Ticketmaster. We're investing. And then, you know, JFK, Randall and company are doing the Eddie Robinson, whatever the fuck his name is, Fat Eddie, and maybe we're going to investigate that. Bro, no one's watching, dude. Nobody has any interest in anything you guys are saying. If you guys were doing good work, we wouldn't know it because no one's watching it because you're not interesting. You're boring and you're done. You guys are done in this town. No one's ever going to watch your show again. Ever. Like, you're done. And did he talk about 𝗪𝗁 anymore? Talk about 𝗪𝗁's case at all? Ooh. Speaking of, I got a story for you guys. I can't tell it now. It involves 𝗪𝗁 Fitzsimmons tangents, not her herself, okay, and Justin Elaine. We're just going to leave it at that. And if you don't Justin Elaine now, I've told one person this story. One person. And they knew who they are. I told them this story today. And if you don't hate Justin Elaine yet, and not only Justin Elaine, everybody in his world, okay, in his network. And by the way, shout out to 𝗪𝗁 for getting to see her baby. That's great. Although Justin has to watch for some fucking reason. But props to her because she's handling it like a boss, like a mature adult, okay? And she's like, think about that. She actually listen, bro, I was right about the fucking shoe. See, that's why people like him because he's got a thing. There's a thing, you know, the shoe. But she had to, sit there and be supervised by him. And this guy who testified against her in court, who put her in jail once, tried to put her in jail again, and she had the dignity and the maturity to get along with him. And she's never badmouthed him. Why? Because that's her baby daddy forever. And that, whether or not she likes him, it doesn't matter because that's her son's father. And so she would never shit on him like that publicly because that's disrespecting her own son. You know what I mean? And she's not going to do that because she's a loving mother. So God bless her. She's an amazing, great. I'm a big fan of 𝗪𝗁 Fitzsimmons as a person. She's very soft-spoken, very quiet. She's like kind of like an artist, kind of like I feel like she's into poetry and journalisms and stuff like that. But she's an interesting person for sure.
2, the location of the cell phone's last site usage, and 3, whether the data corroborated with contradicted his statements. This analysis would be crucial for establishing the veracity of his account.
Whoa.
It just goes on and on. I don't want this report to stop. Like, I want to read 40 more pages of this. I wish there was 40 pages, but there's not. I just want to keep reading because this is very interesting. And this analysis is amazing. Knowing that ATF agents, like most law enforcement officers, are issued and utilize work cell phones in addition to personal devices, I would have prioritized obtaining Agent Higgins' historical work cell phone records. This rationale is clear. Work cell phone is less likely to be deposed of any general carried during official activities. Consequently, his work cell phone would have likely been active during the relevant period, including his trip to the military installation, and may contain critical evidence. Yeah, we don't need no stinking records.
Whoa, yeah.
The affiliation of the ATF with the Department of Justice, DOJ, is a critical fact that appears to have been overlooked
Yes, all he
by
does.
the Kearney PD, MSP, and Norfolk DA's office. This affiliation means that Agent Higgins, ATF, issued cell phone and would have contained location tracking data installed to track government cell phones and critical source of independent cooperation. These records should have been requested from the ATF, DOJ to validate and refute his statement, providing comprehensive analysis alongside his work in personal cell phone records. Michael Easter coming through. Coming through. Agent Higgins' statement that he performed administrative functions at Canton PD sometime after 2:20 a.m. on January 29, 2022, following an evening of alcohol consumption, presents a significant investigative inconsistency. This claim deviates from the standard agent behavior and warrants thorough scrutiny. I would have immediately questioned the nature of the necessity of the task demanding concrete documentation. Additionally, I would have secured Canton PD access records and Canton PD interior and exterior surveillance footage from January 29, 2022 at least 30 days prior to establish the veracity of his statements. And by the way, I want to let you guys know this. So I went back to Canton PD, and I've got to tell you guys this, because this now brings us up in this good time to think, bring this back up in my mind. I did a FOIA request to get the interior camera footage of Brian Higgins on the night inside Canton PD and outside that night. I wanted the full footage because we didn't see, obviously, all of it during trial too. Canton PD comes back to me and says, oh, it would compromise, this long statement about it would compromise the security of our back access areas. I'm like, motherfucker, this was played in court. Like, we saw this shit. We already saw all this in court. So it's already been broadcast for the world. But they denied my request and basically said, I'm not going to get it. I'm actually going to try to get it again. And then if they come back and say, if I want to challenge it, I'm going to challenge it. Because I want the full, access to that. So we only saw like small clips that were kind of cut up in court. I want to get that. All right, let me get a sip of water here and we'll move on.
Yeah, take a deep, big sip of water.
Okay. These records videos would have been analyzed to determine if the claimed activity aligns with his regular work patterns to confirm his presence at Canton PD during the stated time. So I get it. Establishing a pattern. Has he done this before? Has he gone late night to do late night administrative duties? He wants to see that. He wants to look over a 30-day period and say, has Higgins had a pattern of this before? Let's look into that. And I like that. Establish that pattern.
Love that.
Okay, investigative timeline. A meticulous constructed investigative timeline is paramount for several critical reasons. Firstly, it provides a chronological framework that allows investigators to understand the sequence of events leading up to, during, and after the crime.
Okay, I can't do it anymore. I can't do that to you guys. I can't do it to myself. So anyway, I got the whole report right here, and I'm not going to do it BLT style. I'm not just going to sit here like, oh my God, Easter bombs. Whoa, holy cow. But I did find a lot of the shit interesting. All right. And at least some of the shit that I saw. Okay, so here he is. I'm wicked awesome. I'm an expert. Great. Dope. Okay. On February 27th, Alan Jackson requested I conduct an investigative review of the case material, detailing the investigative blah, 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 blah. So basically, I'm going to investigate the investigation. Every critical incident requires the creation and preservation of a case file. Okay. An unstructured case file, accessibility, and conducting my review of the case, detailing the activity of the CPD and MSP and NDA. I reviewed the following law enforcement reports, lab reports, blah, 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 blah. Okay. Arrival at the crime scene. Okay. Upon arrival at the crime scene, it is the first responding investigator's responsibility to secure the crime scene and the surrounding area, preserve all potential physical evidence, separate victims, witnesses, and subjects. We all said, I mean, Sean of the Gulf was saying this shit. I mean, this is all obvious shit, right? I don't know anything about being a cop or anything like this, but this seems kind of common sense, right? All right. My review of the discovery material revealed there was no report by the CPD or MSP that probably, I'll do it BLT style. Just look over here. Okay. Oh my God. Okay. I can't. Just, okay. The Massachusetts State Police Policy and Procedure, combined PDF, criminal investigation detailing their department policy is consistent with best practice. A critical component of any investigation is a detailed crime scene log, which serves to document all personnel who accessed the restricted crime scene area. So that's the area where the crime occurred. And Michael Easter, we know he's the best. He's as good as it gets. Okay. Well, I'm going to have a sip of water real quick. I'm going to drink water because I like to announce when I'm drinking water, just in case that's clear. I like to be polite to my audience. Back to this. I can't take him seriously. How am I supposed to take this shit seriously? Talk to me. Talk BLT to me. This guy. Okay, back to this. A fundamental principle of crime scene management is the prompt identification and segregation of all individuals present during the incident. And we know that didn't occur. It didn't occur. This separation is essential to preserve the integrity of witness accounts by preventing collaborative narratives. Regrettably, the reports from CPD and MSP indicate a clear breach of this protocol, as witnesses and potential subjects were allowed to congregate and share information, potentially influencing their individual recollections. Wow. I have a confession. I just blew up my load. It's everywhere right now. It's everywhere. Okay. Michael Easter made me come in my pants, audience, but it's just so good. It's so, wow. Holy shit. Can you believe this guy? He's FBI. I don't know if you guys know that. He's FBI. Wow. Okay, we got to read some. I could read this all night. I could read it all night. I don't know how many times I can come in my pants. We're about to find out. Okay. All right. Whew. A notable deficiency in the discovery materials is the absence of any report from CPD acknowledging 34 Fairview as a potential crime scene. This oversight contradicts the available interview evidence, which indicates that John O'Keefe arrived at the location to socialize. Consequently, it is a reasonable inference that O'Keefe's desk could have been inside the residence and or interacting with its occupants prior to his death, making it a relevant location for investigative services. See reports by Sergeant Link, Sergeant Good, and Lieutenant Gallagher. Wow. Reading all this, I might lose my hair again. I might lose my toupee reading all this. I might have to toupee for another toupee, if you will. Oh, wow. All critical investigations should contain a chronological record of events that document developments in the investigation and identity that need future investigative activity. It should provide a brief description of the investigator's actions, what was investigated, and what may be needed to further investigate later. It should reference where in the case file, a report, or notes that further explain the event or issue can be found. The reader of the chronological record should be able to understand how the investigation progressed and the logical path investigators took to identify or eliminate suspects. And we know that they didn't eliminate any suspects. They just blamed Karen. And we all know Karen didn't do it. Why didn't they look into this? Michael Easter. Wow. This man is a genius, folks. We are blessed to read his report. First one was in my pants. Next one's going on the PDF, folks. I can't guarantee where it's going to go. Next. My review of the discovery material revealed there was no report by CPD, MSP, or NDA that detailed timeline or chronological record for investigation. Wow. Okay, back to regular mode for a minute. How does he do it? How does he do whole episodes like this where he just gets, how does he get this fired up for so long? I don't get it. I can't do it. It's like I'm tired already just from being BLT for 5 minutes. All right. Yeah, he's distributing the load all right. Yeah, I'm going to distribute my load like 𝗀𝗲𝗺𝗀𝗺 around there. Just going everywhere, dude. So let's see. So it's supposed to get all this shit. He's supposed to get vehicle reports, supposed to do that, arrest reports, victim information, witness information, officer of the scene. Okay. Crime scene photographs. Okay. Get blah, blah, blah. You're supposed to get all this shit. And now, what does Michael Easter say? Let's find out. My review of the discovery materials revealed an organizational deficiency, the absence of structured case file, including a detailed chronological timeline segmented into relevant sections by CPD, MSP, or NDA. This lack of systematic record compromises the integrity and completeness of the investigation. Wow. Oh, Easter bombs left and right. Wow. Just look at this PowerPoint. Look at this PowerPoint. It's got bullets. It's organized. There's boxes, rectangles. There's some of the writing is in bold. Some of the is not bold, indicating that the bold lettering is like subject material. It's just, this guy must have been in the FBI. No wonder this guy's immensely qualified. And this is real too. Unlike Shannon Burgess, who we know never went to college. He lied, folks. Shannon Burgess is a bald man who pretended to be something he's not. Now, I don't know anything about bald men who try to be something that they're not to impress people. I can't relate to that because I, as you can see, have a beautiful head of hair and I'm very authentic. Okay. I'm myself. I cry. Sometimes I cry. Okay. But it's only because I care. I care. Just give me a minute. Just give me a minute. Okay. We're back. Okay. Back to this. Whew. All right. All right. So timelines are important. Yeah, we got to have a timeline. Okay. A significant issue identified in the discovery materials is prevalence of untimely reporting. Many reports were completed substantially after the events they purport to document, compromising the accuracy and reliability of the information. My review found 60 documents, 60, with report creation delays of 7 or more days, a further 22 of those documents showing a critical delay of over 100 days. 100 days. That's how long it took to get these reports in. How are we supposed to trust this process when it takes this long to get the reports in? This is Michael Easter saying this. I'm just blown away. I'm no wonder they didn't want this guy to testify. No wonder. Wow. God, I need a cigarette. The chart below identifies the investigator who authored the report, the supervisor who approved the report, and the file name. A review of the discovery materials uncovered several reports with inaccuracies. The chart below identifies the reports, the investigator who authored the report, the supervisor who approved the report, and the file name. There's some names. Oh, what's the first name we see? 𝗫𝗄𝗏𝗃. Wow. And Brian Tully. That's his supervisor. Is anyone surprised? Are you surprised? Are you? 𝗫𝗄𝗏𝗃, we put our trust in him. We put our faith in him. And he let us down. He let John O'Keefe down. And that's really what's wrong with this. It's really what's wrong. Because Johnny deserved better. He did. Okay, back to the grift. Okay. Document 3, MSP report of Ritchie D'Antano. Sergeant Buchanan has September 1st, 2023 as the date of the report, but the investigative activity reportedly occurred on September 9th, 2023. Allie McCabe. Sergeant Buchanan reported in the first paragraph that he interviewed Allie McCabe with Trooper Clark about what she recalled from the night of January 28th, 2023. The death of O'Keefe was in 2022, not 2023. They got the date wrong. Wow. Michael Easter would never get the date wrong. Michael Easter is an expert, and they didn't want to let him testify. Can you believe that? Wow. I'm blown away. Search for evidence on Fairview Road. Lieutenant Tully has the year of 2021 on his letter to ADA Lynn Beelan when the report should have been in 2022. And I got news for you. In 2021, John O'Keefe was alive. Johnny was still with us. He was still there. He was breathing. Him and Karen were having date nights. Karen was, she told me when we went out to dinner that time, and I paid with Cully. And she looked at us and she said, guys, I really miss Johnny. I really miss date nights. I really miss him. And I decided done right in there that I'm never going to stop fighting for Johnny. Can't stop. Got to do it for Care. Got to do it for Johnny. Most of all, I got to do it for those kids. They need me. They need me. So I'm going to keep going. Okay. So anyway, a whole bunch of shit about how the state police fucked up. Okay. I can't. How does he do this? How does BLT do this every time? I don't get it. Anyway, it's just like, how can you be this fake? Identifying individuals. In the initial stages of a critical investigation, identifying all potential witnesses, suspect is crucial. Establishing a list of individuals who interacted with the victims in the hours preceding their death is a best practice. A person of interest list enables the lead investigator to prioritize investigative actions aiming to either eliminate individuals as suspects or continue their investigation. Prematurely excluding potential suspects can lead to the loss of critical evidence, hindering the ability to establish guilt or innocence. How do we know the House defendants didn't do this? Why weren't they treated as suspects? That's the problem, folks. That's the problem. They were never treated as suspects. And that's why you turn in to BLT, because you're not going to get that kind of hot take anywhere else. No one has ever pointed this out before. Smash that subscribe button for me, because the algorithm is hiding us. Everybody knows I'm the best on YouTube. I have the best takes. I have the best hats. I have the best toupees. I have the best cries. I'm raw. I'm emotional. I'm in touch with my feelings. And that's what people like about me. I'm authentic. I'm my authentic self. So, and YouTube doesn't want that in their algorithm. They want you to watch Tennessee Will, okay? And he does his dog walks, and he's rude, and he's just not funny at all. He's not serious about it, okay? He doesn't kiss Karen Reed's ass like I do in the hopes that I will be invited out to pay for her dinner again. He doesn't do that. And I do. Okay. And so I care about Karen and Justice and Johnny. I care about Johnny more than Tennessee Will does. And even more than Aidan does. And yes, did I buy Aidan a bootleg YouTube 100,000 subscriber plaque? I did. Why did I do that? Did I do it because he deserved it? Partly. But mostly I did it because I wanted to film myself with the selfie stick, giving it to him right when he was getting lots of attention so that you would see it. That's what I really wanted to do. So thank you to all you guys. Back to this, to my journalism. My review of the discovery materials revealed a significant deficiency, the absence of formal person of interest, witness, or suspect lists compiled by CPD, MSP, or NDA. Notably, CPD's January 30th, 2022 incident report designated Karen Reed as a person involved, suspect, wow, and 10 other individuals at 34 Fairview Road as witnesses, not suspects, witnesses. That's the problem, ladies and gentlemen. Michael Easter is pointing this out for us for the first time. I had no idea. I'd never really thought about that before because I don't really have original thoughts. So I depend on other people to think for me. And then I read what they say and I say, wow, that's my role. Wow. This premature categorization prompted me to create a person of interest list to accurately assess who might have had contact with O'Keefe during the critical time frame leading up to his death. All right, so let's get out of BLT mode for a second. And this is interesting. Look at this cool graphic here, right? This is cool, right? They've got the data interview here for each one. The date the report is written, who interviewed him, and did he get the cell phone records? All spoiler alert, they're all no, except for Karen Reed. She's yes. She's yes. I mean, this is wild. And then it's like some of them, Tristan Morris, just like no report. Brian Albert, whenever. I don't see Colin Albert on here. Caitlin Albert, 7/6/23. A little bit late. Julie Nagel, 10/5/22. Where's Sarah Levinson? I don't even see Sarah Levinson on there. She was a precipient witness, was she not? Okay, back to this. The investigator's decision to label 10 individuals present at 34 Fairview Road as witnesses by January 30th strikes me as premature and detrimental. Wow. Strong words. Strong words. This early classification effectively hindered the preservation of key evidence that could have been used to validate actions, statements, and other events learned throughout the investigation. Jennifer McCabe, Trooper Proctor documented in an affidavit and other reports that McCabe made statements that she was at 34 Fairview Road during cell phone communications with O'Keefe and Reed in the moments before investigators determined O'Keefe's time of death. Wow. I'm going to have a drink of water. Much better. Investigators should have made it a priority to submit a preservation request or requested via legal process McCabe's historical cell phone records. By obtaining McCabe's historical cell phone records, investigators could have determined the accurate time of her communications with O'Keefe and Reed. Relying solely on a forensic extraction of her mobile device is insufficient because these extractions regularly have contradictions in dates and times as it relates to communications and activity preserved locally on the device. Wow. They just do things differently at the FBI. By obtaining McCabe's historical cell phone records, investigators could have examined her cell site location, information before, during, and after the estimated time of death for O'Keefe. The cell site information could have been used to establish the general location of McCabe when these communications took place and possibly aid in the identification of what cell sites McCabe's cell phone used for the internet searches below. Hawsong to die in cold. How long tie-dye in kicked? Wow. 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 It's just, to get in the mind of an FBI agent like this is just a journey that I'm so lucky to be part of. I'm so lucky to be part of this. You know, I've met a lot of great people along the way this whole time. Mike Crawford, 𝗵𝗵𝗂𝗶𝗺, Jay Bro, and of course, Karen Reed herself, who I took out to dinner and paid for one time. And, you know, because of my immense success with my studio and my pocket squares, I've gotten to know so many of you too. And I'm just so grateful for that. And I've learned so much in the process. And I really hope we're going to get justice for Johnny. We're going to do it. We're going to do it. And I'm so honored. I'm just so honored to be able to read a report from someone as brilliant as Michael 𝗲𝗄𝗧. I'm honored. I never thought 5 years ago when I was selling watches and joining BMW groups looking for some sense of belonging, that all I had to do was start a StreamYard account and have 𝗺𝗏𝗺 on my show once. And then I could grift away from there. And all my dreams could come true. I just want to thank you guys. Thank you. Okay, back to this. ATF Special Agent Brian Higgins. Although investigators later learned that Agent Higgins was present at 34 Fairview Road, had an independent relationship with Reed, investigators inexplicably failed to perform any standard investigative procedures relating to him. A crucial omission was the failure to obtain his historical cell phone records, which would have provided critical insights into his communications and cell site location information. The fact that Agent Higgins retained legal counsel and was interviewed with his attorney present on February 3rd, 2022, approximately 5 days after O'Keefe's death, during what was presented as a witness interview, would have immediately triggered significant suspicion in my investigative process. Can you believe that? Wow. Wow. That's what an FBI agent says. He finds Higgins to be suspicious, folks. None of us ever thought about that before. Here we were thinking Higgins was just a honest guy with some blue balls, but it looks as if he should have been considered prime suspect number one. Okay, out of character real quick. Is Higgins going to sue Michael 𝗲𝗄𝗧? Because all these people who have done like real damage, let's talk about, you want to talk about who they're not suing? They're not suing Richard Green, are they? Huh? I mean, Richard Green is the guy that said 227 happened, because it did. He doubled down on that. He testified under oath. And then if they let him testify the next trial, he was going to be like to the 10,000th of a second or whatever. He was fucking sure of it. And because nothing has done more damage to Jennifer McCabe than this. Hoss on the dying cold. 227, baby. Right there. 227. That's when, in 40 seconds. Richard Green, without him, we don't have that. He's the one that gave us this. I don't see them suing him. They think he blew all his money at McNasty's? Why aren't they suing him? No. They're not suing him. They're not suing Michael 𝗲𝗄𝗧, because Michael 𝗲𝗄𝗧 is a lot more credible than I am, isn't he? And he's out here saying Higgins should have been a suspect. He should have been a suspect, shouldn't he? Because everything he did was suspicious as fuck. And none of these people were considered suspects. So you go down the list of people who have damaged the reputations of Brian Higgins, Jennifer McCabe. First of all, no one's damaged it more than them. They've damaged it more than anyone. Anyone. Deleting shit, destroying phones, butt answering when they're fucking their wives, everything, getting rid of their dogs, getting rid of their floors, selling their homes. They have damaged themselves. They should sue themselves. They should sue themselves because they have destroyed their own reputations, haven't they, folks? I'm sick of these people who destroyed their reputations and then get mad at me for it. We all know one person that did it a month ago and then took me to court, and that didn't work out the way they wanted it to be. But that ain't on me. This happens all the time with these people where they destroy their own reputations and they're like, look what 𝗺𝗏𝗺 did to me. No, bitch. All I did was talk about what you guys did. And it's just like, I could go on and on and on. How about what the fucking FBI did to them? How about Josh Levy and Adam Deitch? They have destroyed their reputation, destroyed them. But I'm the one getting sued because I looked at the body of what they've done and reached the conclusion that they clearly reached. What? Anyway, back to this. Filling in the pool. I know. That was an interesting timing. Unbelievable. All right. My review of the case materials revealed that Agent Higgins' interview conducted by Troopers Proctor and Buchanan documented it in a report titled 53 MS Report Interview BH created by Trooper Buchanan on February 11th. Notably, among the over 150 documents reviewed, Agent Higgins was the sole adult whose name was abbreviated in the file name. This practice, in my experience, suggests a deliberate attempt to obscure Agent Higgins' identity within the MSP database, potentially hindering his discoverability in database searches. That's interesting. Didn't know that, actually. Out of character here. I had no idea that they abbreviated Higgins' name in this report. You know what else they did? And I don't know if this is in the rest of Michael Lee's report. Sarah Levinson's name was spelt wrong in a Michael Proctor report. Catherine Duty's name was spelt wrong. Emily Fabiano's name was spelt wrong. Caitlin Albert's name was spelt wrong. And Sarah Levinson's name was spelled wrong. Julie Nagelspitz. All 5 of their names were spelled wrong. And now we know why. Because the state police know this is going to come up in a database. They don't like that shit. It's all on purpose. All this shit's on purpose. So not only are they not treated as suspects, their names are not even mentioned. Remember, Brian Albert. I mean, bro, I could just go on. I'm going to make like a top 100 list reason why. How about this? You know what I need to come up with? A top 100 reasons why I thought they did it after I wrote the first article. Because the first article doesn't count. Like, the shit they did even after that, every day as this went along, they did more shit that made me do it. My conviction that I believe they did it pretty strongly on April 18th, 2023. Every day that went on after that, I believed it more and more because of what they did. And one of the things that stands out to me is that the reporter from Boston 25 News who tweeted out that John O'Keefe's body was found on Brian Albert's lawn was contacted by Police Chief Ken Berkowitz and asked to remove the tweet because Brian Albert shouldn't have his name dragged into it because he is a, quote, pillar of the community. That like further strength. I'm like, oh, this reinforces what I already believe. What I believe is that these people are protected by the police and that they could literally get away with murder because of their reputation in the community, because they're pillars of the community. And literally in writing, Ken Berkowitz says, please take Brian Albert's name out of it because his name shouldn't even be mentioned. He's a pillar of the community. Not like the reporter wasn't accusing Brian Albert of murder. He was just pointing out he was on a cop's lawn. Seems kind of relevant. And he's like, don't mention his name. Anyway, back to this. The discovery that Agent Higgins, in concert with an FBI special agent, his best friend, Matt Kelch, best friends, privately downloaded his text message exchange with Reed, followed by the destruction and disposal of his personal cell phone on a military installation, constitutes highly irregular conduct. These actions demand thorough investigation as they raise significant questions about the integrity of Agent Higgins' statements. Wow. Agent Higgins' actions are highly suspicious and, in my professional experience, would have immediately raised concern. Upon receiving this information, I would have taken immediate steps to obtain his personal cell phone records. Specifically, I would have requested a comprehensive record of all call detail records, cell site location information, and network signaling. This data would be analyzed to determine, 1, if and when the physical device stopped registering with the cellular network, 2, the location of the cell phone's last cell site usage, and 3, whether the data corroborated or contradicted his statements. This analysis would be crucial for establishing the veracity of his account Ladies and gentlemen, I did it again. I came in my pants twice now. Twice this man has made me climax in my own pants without even touching my dick. That is talent. That's how good he is at this. This report gets me harder than any of the 10 ex-girlfriends that I cry myself to sleep over every night. Just, I read Michael Easter, I come in my pants. Can you blame me? Can you? No, you can't. Wow. Wow. Honored to be reading his work. Honored. Wow. Okay, back to this. Whew. Wow. Wish there's more of this. Wish there was more. Okay. Knowing that ATF agents, like most law enforcement officers, are issued and utilize work cell phones in addition to personal devices, I would have prioritized obtaining Agent Higgins' historical work cell phone records. Wow. This rationale is clear. Work cell phones are less likely to be disposed of and are generally carried during official activities. Consequently, his work cell phone would likely have been active during the relevant period, including his trip to the military installation, and may contain crucial evidence. Crucial. The affiliation of the ATF with the DOJ is a critical fact that appears to have been overlooked by CBD, MSP, and NDA. This affiliation meant that Agent Higgins' ATF-issued cell phone would have contained location tracking data installed to track government cell phones, a crucial source of independent corroboration. These records should have been requested from the ATF, DOJ to validate or refute his statements, provide a comprehensive analysis alongside his work and personal cell phone records. Wow. All I can say, wow. Agent Higgins' statement that he performed administrative functions at CPD sometime after 12:20 a.m. on January 29, 2022, following an evening of alcohol consumption, presents a significant investigative inconsistency. This claim deviates from standard agent behavior and warrants thorough scrutiny. I would have immediately questioned the nature and necessity of these tasks, demanding concrete documentation. Additionally, I would have secured CBD access records and CBD interior and exterior surveillance footage from January 9th, 2022, and at least 30 days prior to establish the veracity of his statements. Those records and videos would have been analyzed to determine if his claimed activity aligns with his regular work patterns and to confirm his presence at CPD during the stated time. Ladies and gentlemen, I am as straight can get. But you put me in a room with Michael Easter, and I will transform into Auntie Deb faster than it takes me to come in my pants while reading his reports. Wow. Wow. Holy shit. This is amazing. Again, I'm just happy to be part of this. I'm happy to be honored. Smash that subscribe button. Thank you. Okay. All right. Wow. No, this report is very good news. This is a very interesting report. Okay. In all honesty. So let's be real about this. Like, because you watch him and you're like, well, it's like, is this even real? Yeah, this is a big fucking deal, this report. How about that? Because, like, you read this shit, all I'm thinking about is how this affects me, to be honest, because I'm the only one on trial here. And I'm the one being sued. And so is Karen Reed. But all I hear when I read this report is witness. That's all I hear. It was like, okay, Auntie Bev did not let this guy testify. Suppose he did testify at the trial. And he said all this shit. I mean, that's fucking no wonder they didn't want to let this guy testify, man. Wow. No wonder they didn't want to let this guy testify. This mofo, imagine he said all, I mean, this is very interesting to actually read like what should have happened and why it should have happened. And like what we would have cross-analyzed his work phone and done this and that and his location services. And he points out he's drinking. It's highly irregular, bro. That ain't normal. Normal people, ATF agents, don't, after a night of drinking, go and decide to do administrative work. And what the fuck is in the bag? Do we ever figure that one out again? No, because he never testified. I can't believe these dipshit motherfuckers thought it'd be a good idea to sue me. What are they thinking, bro? This is like, dude, you really want to dance with the devil? By the way, I've hired a lawyer. I'm going to announce tomorrow. I just want to speak with him a little bit before getting his approval, because I got to introduce him to this world. He knows me. He knows who I am. He's been following my work for years. It's a big reason I want to hire him is because he's familiar with my work. But he's got a really, really interesting story. And he is a huge advocate for the First Amendment, like huge. He's experienced in this line of work. He's done a lot of case, like he's really good. Like I would fuck Wayne Dennison. Fuck Wayne Dennison. I mean, that's like a lot of people like, oh, Nan's was like, if a lawyer, if an attorney charges you an exorbitant rate, it is likely, in my legal opinion, because he believes that you are guilty. No, Nan, that's not how it works. He charges Johnny Depp prices because he represents Johnny Depp. That's why he charges Johnny Depp prices. Because people like Johnny Depp will pay him for that. And time is money. He's a millionaire's lawyer. He's a millionaire himself. Okay? So, yeah, like that's fine. I can get just as good. You'll see. You'll see. Yeah, Garrett Wing. I mean, I could go down the list of witnesses I want for this fucking trial. I'm like, the more I think about it, I'm like, you know who else I think would be a good witness? I mean, honestly, David Yannetti. I don't know how that would work. I've talked to my lawyers about that. I don't know how it's worked because David Yannetti was visited by Steve Scanlon. He spoke to him, and this whole thing blew up when Steve Scanlon visited David Yannetti on, I believe it was February 3rd, 2022, and told him to look at the people inside Brian Albert's house. Only David Yannetti can testify to that, what that conversation was like. I don't know if he'd be allowed to, if it's like hearsay, but he is a witness to that. And it's like, if you're in my position and you have to explain why I believe that the McAlberts did it, a big reason why is that David Yannetti was visited by Steve Scanlon, who told them that they did it. And only David Yannetti can testify to that, can't he? He is the only witness who can testify to what Steve Scanlon said, because he's the only one that had a conversation with him. And he's as credible as it fucking gets. So I don't know how that works. Again, I don't know how this works. Like, if the goal of I don't want to get Scanlon on the stand. Scanlon's a fucking piece of shit. And he'll just get up there and lie. I've talked to Scanlon before. He's a fucking shyster, right? But I want to talk. Yannetti is the guy to talk to Scanlon. And he could say what Scanlon told him, right? And because that becomes Scanlon's visit to Yannetti's office becomes the foundation of the truth. That's where it all started unraveling. Without Scanlon, none of this shit happens. Him going there, well, it might happen eventually, but he gets the ball rolling on it. And because it didn't make any sense to Karen Reed. Like, what? How could this? No. And then Scanlon went there and it all fucking made sense. Look at the people inside the house. So no, I would not, hearsay. I don't know if that counts as hearsay or what that is, but to me, that matters a lot. Because especially if you're me, you're going to, like, this guy goes and says this. Steve Scanlon knows Brian Albert. If he tells David Yannetti this, Yannetti's a sworn officer of the court. He ain't going to lie. I'm not looking for Yannetti to take me as a client, dumbass. I'm looking to take him as a witness, maybe. We'll see. I don't know how this works. I don't know. But he'd be a great witness, would he not? It's not hearsay if a witness present testifies. God, Sherry's so stupid. It's definitely hearsay. Huh. I don't know. It's what he was told. Because that's the basis. That's a big thing. That's foundation. That's like why I believe what I believe. And we got to go over all the reasons I believe what I believe. That I'm not lying. That I have a good reason to believe this. Right? Anyway, back to this. Investigative timeline. A meticulously constructed, okay, I don't want to, let's see, records, blah, blah, blah. A robust timeline. Okay, we need a good timeline. The timeline wasn't accurate. Had a thorough timeline been constructed, critical flaws would have been identified. Trooper Proctor's investigative team had determined after approximately 3 days and an incomplete investigation that on January 29th, Reed caused O'Keefe's death by striking him with their vehicle. Reed was subsequently arrested on June 9th, 2022. Her arrest was made before Proctor or any other investigator had identified and interviewed 3 individuals who were at 34 Fairview Road at the time of O'Keefe's death. You mean 4 witnesses? You mean 4, Mr. Easter? Because I see Brian Albert Jr., I see Julie Nagel, I see Caitlin Albert. Actually, you mean 5. You're missing 2 names here. You're missing a 𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃𝗃 mofo named Sarah Levinson. You're also missing a boy nicknamed Bang Bang, Colin Albert. He's not on this list either because he was there as well. Okay. Don't ask me. Don't take my word for it. Review Chris Albert's testimony at the trial, and you will see that Chris Albert definitively puts Colin Albert, his son, accidentally. He didn't mean to do this, clearly, because he tried not to. But Chris Albert's own testimony puts Colin Albert at 34 Fairview Road at the time John O'Keefe is there. It's undeniable. Undeniable. All right. Okay. Yeah, bring the Bang Bang back song. Yeah. All right. So that, I mean, that's true. Like Proctor had already, this is a rush when you think about it. There was political pressure here. Dead cop got to arrest someone. And they're like, Karen Reed. There was no reason to arrest someone after 3 days. If you're looking for truth, plenty of these killings and murders, it takes, how long did it take to get Corey Richards? Like people like that. Some of these people go a couple years without getting arrested. It took 3.5 years to get Matthew Farwell. The feds did. Some of these people, man, it takes a long time. There was no reason to rush, but they just wanted to get somebody. They wanted to roll somebody out there. We got a dead cop. It's political pressure. It's got to be her, right? Right. If they were to investigate the others, that would have taken time. That would have taken time. And also, Brian can't go after Brian Albert. He's a pillar of the community. Pillar of the community. All right, back to this. Conclusion. My investigative review of the discovered materials provided by the Commonwealth of Massachusetts reveals a pattern of significant deviations from established best practices for critical incident investigations, as well as the failures to adhere to the Massachusetts State Police, blah, 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 blah. The lack of a secure crime scene, absence of a detailed crime scene log, or evidence chain of custody, the failure to separate witnesses, and the premature categorization of individuals as witnesses rather than potential suspects all contributed to the compromise of evidence and the integrity of witness accounts. The absence of a structured case file with a chronological record of events, coupled with significant delays and inaccuracies in reporting, further undermine the reliability of the investigation. Wow. The investigators' failure to adequately investigate all individuals present at 34 Fairview Road, notably Jennifer McCabe and ATF Special Agent Brian Higgins, raises serious concerns. The premature designation of Karen Reed as the sole suspect, the neglect of obtaining crucial cell phone records, and the unexplained actions of Agent Higgins, including the destruction of his personal cell phone, all point to a flawed and potentially biased investigative process. Ultimately, the absence of meticulously constructed investigative timeline is exacerbated these deficiencies, hindering the investigators' ability to understand the sequence of events and identify critical gaps in their premature narrative. These cumulative failures call into question the thoroughness and objectivity of the investigation and suggest the critical evidence may have been overlooked or mishandled, potentially impacting the pursuit of justice in this case. Signed, Michael Easter, March 6, 2025. And there you have it. Third load, third time, creamed my pants 3 times. This man made me come 3 times tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Wow. Wow. You look at that. Even his signature makes me want to come. Everything about this man. Wow. Whew. Okay. So yeah, then there's all these addendums and blah, blah, blah. But this is interesting, you know? And that'll be $7,500, please, for this. Not too bad. Not too shabby. So, that's interesting. They got their episode, all right. Yeah, they got their episode. Okay, cool. BL Turtle. BL Turtle. The BL Turtle's in the house. And that Turtle Boy license plate, it's annoying the fuck out of me how it's clearly not even. It's clearly not even. But I'm loving these pictures. I love these fucking pictures. I was cracking up seeing these pictures today. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my God. Oh. Oh my God. This is too good. This is too funny. Anyway, we're not going to go there. We're not going to go there. All right. Perfect time to play the clip I sent. Did you send it on Twitter? 𝗵𝗵𝗂𝗍𝗂𝗃. Should I bring it up? Let me go on the twat. I mean, all I could think about reading that report was I can't wait to call this guy as a witness. I can't. How was my BLT? Did I do a good BLT? I tried to share his mannerisms.
This detailed records helps to establish critical elements like motive, opportunity, and means, and reveal discrepancies of inconsistencies in witness statements and suspect statements. By visually constructing a timeline, investigators can identify potential gaps in the narrative, pinpoint key moments, and require further scrutiny to ensure that no critical details are overlooked. This structured approach is essential for building a coherent and compelling case for prosecution. Secondly, the robust timeline serves as a vital tool for organization and managing the vast amounts of information gathered during a critical incident investigation. It integrates various pieces of evidence, including witness statements, forensic findings, surveillance footage, and digital records into a cohesive narrative. This organization not only facilitates efficient analysis, but also allows for effective communication between different members of the investigation team, prosecutors, and expert witnesses. Furthermore, in the court, a well-documented timeline can be presented as a clear, persuasive visual aid, helping jurors to understand the complexities of a case and follow the logical progression of events. Ultimately, the accuracy and comprehensive of investigation timeline can significantly impact the outcome of a case. Here we go. My review of discovery materials revealed a significant deficiency, and there's that word again. Someone's been putting deficiency in there. The absence of comprehensive investigative timeline by Kearney PD, MSP, or Norfolk DA. And my review of discovery materials revealed a significant deficiency, and there's that word again. It'll go up in the chat. Someone's been putting deficiency in there. Investigation timeline can significantly impact the outcome of a case. Here we go. My review of discovery materials.
Slow it down. Slow it down. Hold on.
Revealed a significant deficiency, and there's that word again.
There's that word again. There's that word again. Hold on.
It'll go up in the chat. Someone's been putting deficiency in there.
I can't. It'll go up in the chat. There's that word again.
The absence of comprehensive investigative timeline by Kearney PD.
And by the way, 𝗵𝗂𝗂𝗍𝗂𝗃, where did you message me, bro? I don't see you on the twat sending me any messages. I don't see anything on there. I don't know. Okay, back to this.
Here, Norfolk DA, in my professional opinion, the lack of such timeline directly contributed to the investigative inaccuracies and inconsistencies and omissions that ultimately compromised the case. Had a thorough timeline been constructed, these critical flaws would likely have been identified and rectified prior to trial. B, one of the most relevant examples of the deficiency, and there's that word again, in this affidavit created by Trooper Proctor on February 1st, 2022, Trooper Proctor and his investigative team had determined after approximately 3 days in an incomplete investigation on January 29, 2022, Reed caused O'Keefe's death by striking him with her vehicle. Reed was subsequently arrested on June 9, 2022. Her arrest was made before Trooper Proctor or any other investigators had interviewed 3 individuals that were at 34 Fairview at the time of O'Keefe's death. These individuals were Brian Albert Jr., Julie Nagel, and Caitlin Albert. My conclusion. My investigative review of the discovery materials provided by the Commonwealth of Massachusetts, Mass vs. Karen Reed.
So if you want to send me something on Facebook, you have to send it to 𝗃𝗵𝗃𝗃𝗃 Kearney. I don't, that's the only Facebook account that you could send me shit on. The one that used to be hijacked by 5150, but she can't touch it anymore.
Deals a pattern of significant deviations from the established best practices for critical incident investigations, as well as failures to adhere to the Massachusetts State Police Policy Guide. Specifically, the investigations conducted by Canton Police Department, Massachusetts State Police, and the Norfolk DA's Attorney's Office demonstrated critical deficiencies in crime scene management, documentation, timely and accurate reporting, witness and suspect identification, and constructing of comprehensive investigative timeline. The lack of secured crime scene and absence of detailed crime scene logs and evidence chain of custody, the failure to separate witness and premature categorization of individuals such as witnesses rather than potential suspects all contributed to the compromise of evidence and the integrity of witness accounts. The absence of the structured case file with the chronological record of the events coupled with significant delays and inaccuracies. I mean,
was my impression spot on or what? I just want to get to the end. I want to see what his final analysis is. I love the
reporting. They investigate all in designation of Karen Reed as the sole instruction of his personal cell phone. All point to flawed and potentially biased investigation process.
The climax.
Ultimately, the absence of meticulously constructed investigative timeline exacerbated these deficiencies, hindering the investigation's ability to understand the sequence of events and identify critical gaps in their premature narrative. Their cumulative figures call into question the thorough and objectivity of the investigation and suggest the critical evidence may have been overlooked or mishandled, potentially impacting the pursuit of justice in this case.
Here it comes.
And that is signed, Michael 𝗃𝗍, March 6, 2025.
Yeah, wow. Wow, ladies and gentlemen, that was something else. So let me play this clip that was just sent to me by 𝗃𝗄𝗃 in my email. I apologize. Let's go to my settings. Audio thing. Can you guys hear me? Okay. Let me play it real quick.
Words before we go.
Keep it coming, Brian. No, I mean,
that's what she said. Before we go.
Keep it coming, Brian. No, I mean,
that's what she said.
Is it too early for that? No, but truly, like your staunch attention to these matters, it really does matter. And
what the fuck? Just look at it. Just like, I can't with these. Like, what's it like not to be a real person? Like, what's it like not to have a personality? It's like just nothing about him, nothing about either of these two people is real. Nothing. I mean, just look at the way I've been calling Nan a hooker lately, and then she comes in here dressed like the fucking Handmaid's Tale. What is she doing? What is she wearing? So you can't see the arms because we point there, bro. The flabs on her arms are sticking out there, and she has the nerve to talk about other people. Like, I'm telling you. This is what happens when you were fat 10 minutes ago, like Nan Gallagher was, like Naniel was. And like acts like she's like been skinny forever. I don't have the arm skin video on me. I guess you'd have to send that to me. But this is just what it's like not to have a personality. Just watch this. Just watch this reaction.
Just before we go.
Keep it coming, Brian. No, I mean,
that's what she said.
It's not that funny, bro. I say the beauty of that's what she said is you're just supposed to say, that's what she said. And then the other people laugh. He's like, that's what she said. Oh, bro, it's funny. It's just not, again, watch this. Watch this.
No, I mean,
Yeah, that's what she said.
Oh, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I kid.
Is it too early for that? No, but truly, like your staunch attention to these matters, it really does matter.
Oh yeah, so it really does. It really, really does. BLT. What would we do without BLT, folks? I don't know. Who would pay attention to this stuff? Probably several other channels, but still, but who would put Daniel on? You know, exactly. All right. All right. Are we still there? Anything else? Why is he dressed like the villain from James Bond? I don't know. I'm just glad we can all laugh at him. Slow down now. Yeah. What else are people sending me? Do we get more clips sent to me here? Hold on. I don't see it. All right. Or is it in my Gmail? All right, I don't see it. All right. So I don't have the Nan skin flap ones. Let's read some turtle chats in the meantime. All right, I think this is Eileen sends $10. Goes, I've been following you since the start when you were anonymous. I laughed my ass off then and more now listening to you read them. Maybe you can read old articles from members only day. Just a thought. You know, I really thought about going live every day, going live like every night, honestly, just to make money, just for the grift. Because, you know, now that I'm monetized, it's kind of stupid not to go live every night because I can just make money every night doing a show, not just with like donations and stuff, but like with the monetization. Like I'm throwing money. I should be going live like every night. But I do it with the Bus Stop Live every day, but the Bus Stop Live gets like half the, you know, the views that I get. And during the trial, we went live every day. I'm fucking killing myself. If I had turned monetization off during the trial, you know how much money I would have fucking made? I had no idea that you could make this much money on YouTube. None. I had no fucking idea. I'm kicking myself. Like, especially now with all these legal bills. Well, I'm like, can you like, can we have one more mistrial? Can we get one? Is that okay? Free care rate, definitely. But also, can we have a third trial? You know, just kidding. We don't want to put her through that. Okay. And that's the thing is when the next big trial is me, I can't live stream my own trial, although we should. It's like, I'm not going to be able to get on every night and talk about my own freaking trial, am I? My lawyers would probably frown on that. But I mean, we could have people stream from my channel just to keep the grift going, but it wouldn't be me. So it's just not the same, you know, but all right, back to this. All right. Retired federal LEO watching sends $10 and goes, what initially got you started writing about ratchets? I've been around prior to FKR, but just lurked, always wanted to ask that question. Thanks for being original and blazing your own path. You make me want to start writing on. Two things. Number one, it's funny. It's very funny to talk about ratchets. And number two, they deserve to be called out because they're shitty people most of the time. They do stupid shit. Like they're assholes. And like people want to call out shitty behavior. We all hate shitty behavior and we can all relate to it. We've all seen it and we all want those people to get called out. They deserve it. So there we go. There we go. Okay. Next. Jordan sends $5, goes, the light blue long sleeve polo shirt is a very complimenting color on you. I seen you wear it on the bus stop live this morning. Well, thank you. Oh, you mean those Lacoste shirt, I believe. The gator on it. It was official. Yeah, I'm a big fan of long sleeve t-shirts that are like comfortable like that. That just, you know, they fit into your skin nicely. It's nice. It's nice. All right, next. Jay from New Hampshire sends $10, goes, longtime Turtle Rider supporter. Appreciate your journalism. Keep up the fight. I had 2 elbow surgeries prior. Acupuncture is my cure. Elbow pain flares up every few years. And then I see my acupuncturist who cures the pain. I would highly recommend holistic treatments. Good luck. Well, thank you, Jay. I'll keep that in mind. BLT sucks donkey balls sends $5. Goes, I only tolerated BLT's voice on your show so I could watch your amazing reactions. Free the motherfucking turtle. I know. I'm sorry I put you guys through that. Who could watch that? Who could watch that and be like, wow, that was something else right there. That was amazing. All right. Celeste sends $5, goes, evening, Turtle Boy. Will 𝗂𝗄𝗄 and Brando be part of your fundraiser May 17th? Brando. Can he also come on his persona, specially appointed prosecutor Robert Cosgrove? It's funny when he does that, and you'll be in court with the guy shortly after before the fundraiser. So look at and he goes, so I think everyone can have a little fun. Also, where's Trent? We miss Trent. Haven't seen him since he violated you. Well, Trent's been here. Trent's been to my new house a couple times. But, you know, you only saw Trent because I live. When Trent is here, I don't want to stream because that's rude to my guest. You know what I mean? It's like, I don't want to do that. You know, because you want to spend, the whole purpose of spending time together is you want to spend time together. You want to just be like, hey, you want to come over? What are we going to do? I'm going to do my fucking show in the basement. You go upstairs and be by yourself. Why would I do that? You know? Oh, Brando is the name of 𝗂𝗄𝗄's cat. Of course it is. Okay. Wow. I apologize. I'm not caught up with the... I mean, I know my way around pussy, but I don't know that one. I did not know that. Okay, hold on. Hold on. What the fuck is that?
Avenues, it's actually...
Oh, bro, look at that. Was this recently or is this old? Again, oh my God. First of all, look at DJ. He's so serious. By the way, Bia blocked me. She's blocked me. I mean, when I watch her on here, it's like, so she's a big, you know, she was a big fan, Karen Reed supporter, all that shit, came to the Halloween party, all that shit. And then I've never watched DJ's channel before, really. And so I went and looked at it the other day, and it's all about UFOs and shit. That's like all he talks about. So why is she on there? And like we're talking about Bigfoot. Like, I thought she was in this for the justice, and to me, it's a red flag with her. I don't really know her at all, but the mere fact that she wants to be somebody's like co-host on a YouTube channel just screams of attention-seeking behavior, and I don't trust people like that, right? That just she just wants to be on YouTube. Any YouTube channel will do. Anyway, like I will go on because I didn't know what this guy's channel was about, and I went and watched it. It's about UFOs and shit. He talks about like Bigfoot and aliens, and it's like, so why she just wants? I swear, she just wants to be on something. Like that's all this is. And it's just like fake. I don't need people like this. I'm like fake. Get the fuck out of here. Anyway, so I don't know when this is on, but then there's DJ around it with the real. Look at DJ's face. I've done the JFK. Look, maybe I'll be DJ next year. Just dressed as a blind man. Party people! Okay. Again, 4 people with no personality trying to make a thing happen here. And then just look at Nan. Again, you could just tell you're not a real skinny girl. You are a fat girl who became unfat 10 minutes ago. And it's just so obvious. Like, Nan should put the weight on again. She was much better looking when she was fat. When I saw her as fat, she looked jolly and happy and spirited, stuff like that. Now I look at her and you're just like, you look like something out of like a crypt keeper. Look at her.
Company that she was.
Oh my God. Look at that. That is not a skinny girl arm, right? A skinny girl arm is skinny. Like that is like stretch marks on steroids. Look at that shit. Like when I saw Fat Nan, I'm like, oh, she looks so friendly and nice. And she probably was. I bet you Fat Nan was like a real nice person. I'd like to meet Fat Nan. All I know is Skinny Nan. Ozempic Nan. That's the only Nan I know is Ozempic Nan. I don't know Fat Nan. And I bet you she was like a much nicer person. She was married. And then she turned into Ozempic Nan. And now she's like making her son do YouTube videos and talking about moving to Massachusetts, abandoning her children to run for DA. And, you know, she's going to fuck 𝗄𝗲𝗄𝗃 or whoever. I don't know who she fucked. Disclaimer. Don't know if she fucked 𝗄𝗃𝗄𝗃. I would guess if I was a betting man, James Jackson would be first, I would guess. But could be wrong. I have no evidence she fucked him. She did say that when she was out with Will, I forget who she told this to, that she was like looking for dick. That's what she said. I'm looking for dick. Like when I'm like, oh, so she's just like a newly released into the wild, formerly fat girl going through a divorce, just in her, like somehow she's only in her late 40s and just looking for dick. Just search dick on the mind, radar, like dick. And, you know, she won't fuck BLT. Even she's like, yeah, not him. Not him. No. She won't even give him a pity lay. But look at those arms, bro. Look at those.
Was partnered up with, I think it was Fanning, and all of these other avenues. It's actually going to end her side.
Oh my God. Just look at that. What is that? And this woman, it's, by the way, if people like, you're being mean. No, it's okay to do this with Nan. Nan is a horrible person. And I wouldn't do this to anybody that was like a decent. I don't like making fun of people's appearances unless you're evil, unless you're just a horrible person. You know, and people like, and by the way, someone's like, 𝗶𝗂 is super nice and definitely did this for the right reasons, went to court. That's fine. Yeah, she did. But ultimately her reason was to be on YouTube. Ultimately, that was her reason, was to be on fucking YouTube. Just like that's why they did this. It was to be on fucking, but just look at that, dude. When I first met her, I thought she was in her 60s because of how wrinkly her skin is. But her skin is only that wrinkled because it used to be a fat person's skin. And so it was stretched out. And then you get skinny and all of a sudden it creates wrinkles. Okay. And she's just evil. She says some of the nastiest evil shit. So it is perfectly okay to find out everything she's insecure about and mock it because it hurts her feelings. And that's what we want to do with people like Nan. Hurt them emotionally. Cause emotional harm because you know this hurts her. And you know she's going to see this. And I hope she cries herself to sleep. I hope she's miserable the rest of her fucking life because she is the most vapid, disgusting, wrinkled up, fucking prune, nasty hoe ever. And she deserves this. She should mock her. It's okay to laugh at Nan. It's okay to mock at Nan. Don't forget the shit she said. Don't forget what a disgusting pig Nan Gallagher is. Never forget that. And then you'll feel much better about laughing at her and looking at that fucking arm and being like, that's fucking gross, bro. That's gross. Look at that thing. Look at that.
Company that she was partnered up with, I think it was Fanning. And all of these other avenues, it's actually going to become more complex. So the criminal file, think of it like fertilizer, and it's going to offshoot all of these sprouts that have to be fostered and cultivated and then pursued.
And then also the FBI portion won't be held back like it was during both trials, because I think it's important to note that now we have 𝗫𝗏 running for district attorney. And what has been put out is that he was investigating the death of Officer John O'Keefe into the Karen Reed investigation. So I think those are some strong words that were put out there, but also the FBI won't be a secret.
Yep.
And the reason I like no mercy with people like Bia too, it's like, fuck her, is that like I told her, I thought she was like a decent person, and I went to her about the 5150 situation prior to going on the fundraiser, and she had to run anyway. So Bia can fucking go fuck herself. She can get in the hole. You know, as far as I'm concerned, dead to anybody who did that. No, there's no redemption for them. Fuck it. They're enemies. They're fucking enemies. That's what they are. And we're going to treat them like that. Every single fucking one of them. Ain't no neutral ground in this. Oh, but she came to a fucking standout because it was the thing to do. That's why. Because it was the thing to do. These people's hearts aren't in the right place. They want to be on fucking YouTube. I actually gave a fuck about justice for John O'Keefe and Karen Reed. That's why I went to fucking jail for this shit. Because I believe in it that much. You think any of these motherfuckers would have gone to jail for this? No, of course not. Anyway, I can't with the arm flab. I can't. That's horrible. Okay. Any more turtle chats here? Oh yeah, a couple more. 𝗃𝗃 sends $50 and goes, the LTL impression was spot on. I needed that laugh. Well, thank you so much, 𝗃𝗃. Glad I can make you laugh. Laugh at me sends $10 and goes, read as broils. Turtlehead. I haven't laughed so hard in a long time. Your impersonations are epic. When you make fun of me, I have never felt so much love ever. Okay. Is he still yelling about shit? I got the day I read, just bro, no one's reading all that shit. Do any of you people have jobs? No. Do any of you people make money? Do any of you people talk about anything but me all day? And Joe Flipperhead's back, causing all sorts of trouble. And with the Flipperhead thing, people are like, oh, you guys are best friends. Here's my thoughts on Joe Flipperhead. I always said this. I still think he's nuts. Okay, for the record. But he's my kind of nuts, right? Like, I've always thought that Joe Flipperhead seeks truth. That's what I've thought about him. Like, and he came at me and I've come at him. And I stand by some of the things I said about him. Okay. But he's not the kind of guy that like doesn't give a fuck about alliances. People are like, oh, Turtle Boy said this about you and Turtle Boy said this about you. Yeah, but he wasn't fucking lying about crazy shit. Like he didn't like hack into shit and do all sorts of things like these devious motherfuckers do. Eventually it clicked with him. And he realized he was being lied to by all these people. And yeah, I said some shit about him and he said some shit about me and whatever. We don't have to be best friends or anything like that. But, you know, it's like, to me, it's like, and he's unafraid. That's what I like about him. He's unafraid. But anyway, that's my thoughts on Flip. He's back and he's just going at these people and they can't get him to back down. It's kind of funny. When he just comes in, he just fucking blows shit up. You know, it's wild. All right. Back to this. Jen Altman's deep forehead wrinkles sends $10, goes, will there be a dinner only option at golf tourney for those who aren't golfers? Afraid not. I mean, yeah, because we got to get it catered. So yeah, don't forget, sign up. If you haven't already, get your foursomes in, folks. Get your foursomes in. Save $100 when you do that. Meal of food. It's going to be awesome. The first Ryder Cup was awesome. So, we got 3 more months to fill this up. Maybe we'll sell it out. Maybe we won't, but it's going to be an awesome time. August 3rd, Kettlebrook Golf Course in Paxton. Let's do it. And it's like with the Olivia shit, I told him, and I've told Olivia, I can't have anything to do with that. Okay. I love Olivia, right? Olivia is a great person. She's a sweetheart. I have her back. She's an amazing asset to my legal defense team, etc. My relationship with Joe Flipperhead is independent of that. And like I said, we're not best buds or anything like that, but I enjoy his content. I've always enjoyed his content. And yeah, that's all. And I think they were two of the most talented content creators throughout the trial. They never should have been romantically at all, ever. That was a bad idea. But they're both very talented. You can't deny that. Like Olivia with her words and him more with his videos or whatever. And I just wish they had never been anything but independent content creators, and then none of this would have happened. But I wish them both the best. I do. So there's that. Okay. Next. Nuke sends $15, goes, Ken's Pool and Spa, Upton, Mass, weekly or bi-weekly pool and spa cleaning and maintenance, as well as repairs. Okay, left me the phone number. Thank you very much, Nuke. I'll check that out. Next. And honestly, it's kind of my fault that it all happened, because I'm the one that, I overreacted to the recording gate thing, and I took it out on Flip, and I'm like, oh yeah? Because I knew about that for the blow up I had with him was in July, was a whole oh, she's not real thing. And I just left it at that. I didn't say shit. And I never posted about it. I never talked about it. And then when he got involved with the koala, that's when I took it out on him. And I'm like, oh yeah, motherfucker. And I kind of deflected, and I started talking about his shenanigans, because I resented the fact that he was one of the people calling me out. And again, not to relive this all, but I had no idea that there was any sort of recordings out there. I had no clue, because I never sent any recordings to anyone, and I never played any recordings for anyone, ever. So, and that's why no one out there can say that and be like, oh yeah, oh, he played it for me. You never hear anyone say that. I've never heard, oh, Nurse Kim heard it. No, she didn't. She didn't hear shit. She heard it the same way everyone else did. Erica's a good friend of mine. She didn't hear shit. Wouldn't I have played it for her? What are you talking about? I'm not playing shit for anyone. We don't need to relive this all. But when I look back on that, I reacted to, it felt like I felt like it was a trap, and I had no idea that their source was 5150. I didn't think she would ever do that to me. And so when I went on there, when I was like, what you talking about? Ain't no recording. And I was yelling at them, and they were like, oh yeah, who'd you have lunch with the other day, mate? And I'm like, oh, these motherfuckers want to, oh, they're plotting with her. Oh, and I took it out on Flipperhead. They probably shouldn't have. And so I went on there and I deflected. That's like the definition of deflection, what I did that night. Because I went on there and I'm like, oh yeah, motherfucker, let's talk about you. And that led to, had I not done that, then no one would know about his situation with Olivia, right? Because I'm the one that blew it up. So I kind of feel like it's my fault. I do. And then I didn't even know there was a recording of him and her. I didn't know that. So I feel bad about that. I do. I carry guilt over that. I feel like it all blew up because of me with them, because but then again, he got involved in the recording shit, but then again, he kind of got dragged into the recording shit by somebody else, you know? I feel like Kim and I were both dragged into this, and then everything fucking blew up. It just really wish we could go back in time and do things differently. So anyway, we don't need to do all that. Okay, back to this. Billy Wallace sends $10, goes, talking to pays, George Gerald, Big Baby Miller, pro boxer. Great work, Doc. Okay, thank you. Don't know what that means, but I appreciate that. Let me see if we have any more here. Yeah, we got Mo Esquire sends $50. Amelia's in the house and says, nope, Nan sucked when she was fat too. I didn't know her when she was fat, but I bet you she was jolly. They're always jolly, aren't they? All right, next. Christina MacArthur. Is this the Christina? Oh, yes, it is. This is the Christina from the Lauren Matthias thing. The one that Lauren Matthias called her, what'd she call her? Her stalker? My stalker. Civil stalking injunction. Sends $10 and goes, I know I've thanked you privately, but I want to thank you for everything you've done for me publicly as well. You're the real GOAT, and I completely understand why they call you Journalism Jesus. I felt that. Well, my pleasure, Christina, because prior to my Valid Truth journey on Lauren Matthias's Valid Truth journey, you were just known as the stalker, right? That's what they called you, because that's what, and a lot of people fell for it because she was like kind of well known. And then I'm like, okay, so I watched it. I'm like, this 9 hours. I didn't know anything about her, and I watched it in real time. I'd never watched her before. I'm like, holy shit, people think this is authentic. And then I went and watched your shit, and I'm like, let's see what all the hubbub is about here with these TikToks, these stalkers. And it's like, bro, what? Where's the bad part? Where is like, this is what we're doing? And then Dr. John's on there. It's like, in chapter 14, page 36, 𝗫𝗄𝗄𝗃 says, civil stalking injunctions are real. Real. Your pain is authentic, and that is why do people do this? Because they were diddled as little kids. It says it right here on page 36. That is why the civil stalking injunction should have been ordered. Done. Okay. Back to this. Danielle sends $10 and goes, Turtle Boy, we've all been waiting forever to hear what was in the forensic report that you had done on 5150. You said it was unfucking believable, and we would not believe it. So I can't wait to hear it. Love, your future wife. There's never going to be a future wife. I can't ever get married again. What's the point? I like it. Like, so many people just have long-term girlfriends, or like, I could do a long-term girlfriend, you know, I could be with a girl for the rest of my life if I want to and die with her. You know, you don't need to get married. What's the point? What's the point? Right? What does that prove? Oh, your commitment. Bitch, I'm already committed. Dude, whatever. We're good. You know? Oh, it's legal. Why do you want to be legal? It's kind of weird. Anyway, but as for that report, I've thought about that some more, and I think it's best if I hold on to that for now, because I want to hold my cards close to my chest. Let's just put it that way. I would not have commissioned them to do this report if I wasn't planning on doing something with it. Okay? And what that is remains to be seen. And if I go on here and I start talking about the report and analyzing it, you know what they're going to do. They're going to come up the same thing the Commonwealth did every time Karen Reed's team came forward with more bombshell evidence. They're just going to find their way to lie their way out of it. If they didn't reveal 227 until like the day before the trial, it would have been awesome. Like, there would have been no Jessica Hyde, no Ian Whiffen. Why give them a chance to come up with lies? Right? Let's just put it this way. This report, the one we entered into evidence at the case, at the restraining order hearing, there are newer versions of this, supplemental reports with more information in them including testimony from that hearing, because at that hearing, it was testified to that certain people do not own an iPhone 15 Plus. When the iPhone 15 Plus, that's one thing I have revealed. One thing I can say about the report is definitively proven, undeniably now, that my Facebook, the 𝗃𝗄𝗎𝗃 Kearney account, my Twitter account, 𝗺𝗃𝗍𝗏𝗺, and my Gmail account, guttermuppet@gmail.com. Yes, I do have a Gmail account. All three of those accounts were hacked. Like, this is not exaggeration, nothing. Okay. There are what we call threat actors inside those accounts running amok. Who's this? Oh, I got you. Okay. So those three accounts were all hacked. Okay. Now, we know that the person who hacked them, there's two hackers, two threat actors, as we call them. We don't need to get into specifics, how we know who did it, but we know that one of them owns an iPhone 15 Plus. A lot of people own an iPhone 15 Plus, I would assume. Okay. But we also know their IP address, where they did this from, and other information. And so that report was entered into evidence, and that is why Tim Bradel asked at the hearing, do you own an iPhone 15 Plus? And the answer to that was definitively no. And that was a lie. So we are dealing with that. I'm not going to get into the specifics of the report, but like I said, we're taking it seriously. Hacking is a really big deal. Okay. Unauthorized access to people's social media accounts is a major violation of not only my privacy, but the privacy of other people as well, right? Anyone who messaged me. And there's intimate images that were shared in some of those, right? And it's just fascinating. The report is fascinating. And so there's nothing more to talk about the report specifics, but it's all going to come out. Everything comes out. The truth always reveals itself. So, we'll leave it at that. Don't hack into people's accounts, folks. They're not yours. It's breaking and entering on the internet. That's what it is. So, and if you think we can't prove it, okay. All right. Next, do we have any more? Yeah, we got Kelly sends $50 and goes, I'm peeing my pants. I had to look away and just listen to you because your face was killing me. Your face is my case, as Jackie Child once said. Well, thank you very much. What else do we have here? Cash apps. Do we have any cash apps? Yeah, we got a couple here. We got Rebecca sends $5, goes, hey, Tard, stop using Stanley with the left hand. Go fuck yourself. Thanks, Rebecca. Next up, we have Naomi sends $5, goes, love the turtle ducky photo. Isn't it awesome? I don't know who sent me these, but I like the robe one. I got a couple other ones. I got one on the shitter. Obviously, I put that one in the bathroom. It's great. Naomi sends $5, goes, listen to my Facebook message. I want to help the elbow. Okay. Thank you, Naomi. I appreciate that. All right. All right. Let's see. Be sure to watch I Don't Belong Here. Samantha Benigno. Is she on her show, her program? Okay, I will. All right. Anybody else before we call it? Oh, let me read some Laura Flynn's always reminding me, memberships. Get your memberships. We want to respect our members here. So we got a new member here, Danielle. Welcome. You're going to enjoy the Friday stream. I promise you. I got some new Tully body cam footage from my arrest that I'm going to be uploading to members only soon. So you're going to want to join. $5 a month. Can't beat it. J.E. Walsh. She's throwing around memberships. 5 of them. Congratulations to the winners. Welcome aboard. Don't forget to renew when the time comes. Cupcakes for Justice. Again, throwing them out. 5. You have a membership. You have a membership. Everybody have a membership. Angel Baby. 1. Better than nothing. And congratulations to the winner. Thank you, Angel Baby, for your generosity. Okay. Barb Cat's a member. Barb the Cat says, just call me maybe. I might. You just give me, I need your number. So there's that. Sarah sends $5. I mean, that was a member. And she goes, for $5 a month, and says, journalism is not a crime. No, it's not. It's not. Sarah has been a member for 6 months. Whew. And said, did Will give those to you? These pictures? I don't think so. I don't know who gave these to me. But Rat House Media, I think this is Danny, I assume, runs the account. Just giving away 5 memberships. Take them. Everybody enjoy your memberships. It's raining memberships around here. Enjoy. Thank you. We got Nicole. This member says you could get some LED lights like LTL and some fake plants. I could. I need like a shelf or something. I don't know. You definitely need more shit. Thank you for that. We have here Mama She 13 and says, Hoss money months to free daddy. Well, we have our motion to dismiss 2 weeks from tomorrow. Suffolk Superior Court. Don't forget about that. And if that fails, then we go to trial in December. So 7 more months. 7 months from tomorrow. 7 months from Friday is the beginning of my trial. How crazy if it happens. Marie sends as a member and says, not sure if you're aware. I just seen that someone scumbag created a Twitter account under your daughter's name and picture. Again, it's horrific. It's horrible when people do shit like that. She's a 10-year-old girl. Leave her alone. Come at me all you want. Let's leave little kids out of it, shall we? She's innocent in all this. I don't know. All you're proving when you do something like that is that you're an ugly person. And I see Jennifer Altman responding to that account, which really tells you everything you need to know about Jennifer Altman, that she would attack a 10-year-old child like that because, I mean, she is one of the – you think Nan Gallagher's ugly. Like, Nan Gallagher's ugly. Like, Jennifer McCabe's – not Jennifer McCabe, same shit. Jennifer Altman's soul looks like Nan Gallagher's skin. That's like the perfect analogy. Like, her soul is the equivalent of – Nan Gallagher's skin. That's no other way I can describe it. We have here Vagina Mike says, take a sip of your water, Unc. I will have a sip of water now. Thank you. New member. Welcome aboard, Christina Mack. Love you. Don't let Lauren Matthias take you down. Janice D says the Forrest Gump of YouTube. But we love Will. But Forrest Gump was hilarious. And he won an Oscar. So there's that. Unbanned Karen with the Y, welcome back. And she's just throwing around memberships. Fucking you have 5. We're giving out, bro. That's like 20 new memberships tonight. Whoa, 21, I believe. And then 𝗺𝗵𝗄𝗃 𝗃𝗃 throwing around 10, 31 new memberships, bro. For real. Jay Quellens 5 is a new member. Awesome. Welcome aboard. We got Bay Hardy Buber Unfiltered, new member. We love you. Wildflower says, when's Timcast? May 29th, Friday, May 29th. I'll be on Timcast. Check it out. Nana says upgrade to Turtle Club. Free Turtle Boy. Yes. Love Turtle Club. New member here, Christina. Welcome aboard. I can help hanging pics. They are great. Not placed right. Okay. Thank you, Leah. Brian is a new member. Welcome aboard. 𝗺𝗵𝗄𝗃 𝗃𝗃's just like, you know what? I gave 10. I'm going to give 5 more because I'm fucking dope. I love it. I love it. I love it. Love it. All right, guys. Do we have any more? I see starred. Okay. I think that's it. All right, cool. Whew. All right, guys. Anyway, I'm going to bed. We'll see you guys tomorrow for the next episode of Turtle Boy Live. No, tomorrow's Sex Cult. Tomorrow morning, Bus Stop Live. So we'll see you then. And don't forget to brush your teeth. Audi, peace to you, bum crease.
Top down, riding down Main, it's a clear night, screens glowing blue, got the facts in my headlights, Commonwealth tripping, but the truth stay calm. 𝗺𝚅 and 𝗟𝗟, I'ma read them like Psalms. KP throwing shade from a broke down porch, but the files in my lap like a flame to a torch. I don't raise my voice, I just let the game speak. Steady with the grind while the crooked run weak.
We just riding slow, gliding, paper stacking in the breeze. Turn the system up, let the whole town see. No mask on my face, no fear in my lane. I'ma shine that light on the ones bringing shame. From the courtrooms down to the city blocks, they can't hide from the truth, cause the truth don't stop. We just ride a slow grind.
Midnight oil burning, pen hit the pad slow, every word cut clean like the rims on the 𝗬𝗃. From Boston to Brockton, the whispers all hum. Turtle boys riding in the reckoning gon' come. 𝗟𝗟 in the back room, 𝗺𝚅 on the phone, trying to twist the narrative, but they can't postpone. I'm just sipping on the facts while the city play pretend true. Got no curfew, I'ma run it to the end. See, this ain't about fame, this about that long game. You can duck, you can weave, but the truth still call your name.
We just riding slow, gliding, paper stacking in the breeze. Turn the